in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. I said bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. We came a long way.
That means a recording. Welcome back. Once again, I am Torian Meacham, your host with no hair, and this is Cognac Stories once again. For a special Sunday edition, I'm joined today by two special guests. Two special guests. This is a threesome. However, consent has been obtained. All right. All right, so I got my homegirl, the OG Loise, and she has brought a friend to join the podcast who goes by the name of Merci. That's how the French say it, but the regular folks, you can just say it Merci. So, ladies, how are you doing today?
Good. Oh, self-recovering from a hangover, but I am fantastic.
Recovering from a hangover. Well, we will get right into that. Why are you two
Let's just say
lovely ladies recovering from a hangover on this good Sunday that the Lord made?
Ooh.
Loise, you can start since you're not drinking.
Oh yeah, so I'm back. Updates. Currently homeless. I'm homeless at the moment.
No, you're not. Shut up. Stop playing.
I'm homeless. So the audience out there, if you're trying to donate.
Audience, do not let her scam you. Do not let her scam you like Sean King. She is not homeless.
Thank you.
I don't have a home. So what that make you? If you don't have a home,
you are literally in a home right now. You are in a home right now.
I'm at my friend's house.
Oh my God.
Because she's currently en route of getting ready to leave off island to her next duty station.
And she is trying to save up money so she can go to Dr. Miami and get that BBL.
I don't need no BBL. I already got enough. I got enough back there, okay?
I'm about to say, I don't know the last time you see her, but she definitely got enough back there.
See, listen, the ass back here is too much, okay?
Hey, maybe it's a reduction. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? They get breast reductions, you get a butt reduction. Who knows? You know
listen, I have titties. I finally got my breast size, which is a 34C. And I got taped 2 weeks ago, and my hips is pushing 41 inches. So
just like Shakira said, the hips don't lie. So what are your measurements? Like, what are your measurements? Because I don't know shit about women's measurements, and the only time I knew anything about them is when I was a recruiter and we had to like measure women for like their BMI and shit. And of course the men didn't do it. So like what are your measurements, if you don't mind me asking?
So they measure your neck, your waist, and your hips. And so my waist is a 27, and my hips it was a 41.
God damn!
But I
made you ready for some kids.
Tighten it, you know? Huh?
You got childbearing hips, woman.
Oh my gosh!
Baby, come out. No,
that's why I don't need no BBL, because I have enough.
Yeah, your shit's matched. So the ass and the thighs and the hips all match. So you good. You're not out here looking like Kim Kardashian, like a fucking letter P or something like that. So congratulations to you for being a natural, full-bodied, natural fed woman.
Yes, cornbread fed.
Fucking oxtail fed, man. That's what the hell that shit is. That's that damn oxtail.
It's genetic. It's genetic, bitch. It's genetic.
Okay, but you have not explained to myself or the audience why you are hungover. You keep avoiding the subject and deflecting.
I never said I was hungover. She said she was hungover.
She's hungover. You're not drinking. So what the hell happened at brunch?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so brunch was amazing. We went to 53 by the Sea. They had bottomless mimosa. Drank some mimosa. Then we went to the rooftop bar, Aliani, and ran through the Mai Tais. Mercy had like a whole photo shoot, which her pictures came out bomb.
Maybe
for the audience, y'all, Mercy got a bomb ass body, okay, and she pretty too. So we was at the Aliani. This white man almost lost his marriage.
Damn, he's trying to risk it all.
He was ready to risk it all. And he had on his sunglasses, so he was pretending not to, watch her, because we had to do like a slow-mo video of her getting out the pool, feeling on herself.
Yeah, because y'all love doing that shit.
Of course. And the white man was about to risk off. And his wife got tired of it. She was like, "We getting the fuck out of here." She's like, "Let's go." Yeah. That was the highlight of my day. And
what did the wife look like?
Oh, wrinkled, rusty. But you know what though? He liked what he saw. He was trying to, he saw some chocolate and he wanted to take a dip,
That's terrible. Mercy, why are you out there making men's marriages unstable by going around there and flaunting what the good Lord gave you in front of women who didn't have that same kind of, portion handed out to them when they were being
created? So unfair, right?
Man, let me tell you something. It's been a while since I played the thirst trap, legitimately. So I was feeling myself. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm on demon time. So I'm posting a thirst trap. So I came out my little 2-piece. I ain't gonna leave much cap. The ass cheeks, they was out and it felt amazing. So, like before I even I came out to the pool or whatever, I just seen a towel. Boy, it's like, do you need a towel? Like, are you saying I need a towel? Is this too much ass for you to see right now? Like, what are you saying? Hey. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. Loise is everything. I kid you not. Like, she was directed being everything. If I ever become famous, that's my PR. Period. Like, literally. She was like, all right, do this. Hold the ass cheeks up. Spread them up. Baby, let me tell you something. I'll send it to you after the podcast.
Man, y'all out there fucking making OnlyFans content at a public pool, which is frequented by old people. And then you're wondering
nowadays it's hard, okay? So if my friend can make me some money, I'm selling her ass, okay? If she can make me
First off, both of y'all make good money. Stop the bullshit. All right.
I mean, I was always told to have multiple streams of income, and that's the mindset that I like to have. So.
Yeah, but y'all not making OnlyFans content. You guys are out there, like you said, making thirst traps. Why? Why do y'all make thirst traps? Why do women make thirst traps? What is the point of that?
I mean, of course, we're women and we're beautiful, but what's wrong with the compliment here and there? I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing personal as far as like us questioning ourselves, as far as we know we're beautiful, we know we're gorgeous, but the same token, we love the extra attention of it. And that's not even in a bad way.
So then why do men?
My question to you
why
is,
do men?
Why women take sexy pictures of themselves to make themselves feel good is considered thirsty?
I didn't make the name thirst trap. Women made that name up. So why am I thirsty?
Women did not make that name.
Why am I thirsty?
Thirst trap did not come from a woman.
Responding
I feel like it was definitely
to your thirst trap. Why am I
thirsty?
Why am I thirsty for responding to your thirst trap? If you put it out there for me to see and to appreciate, and I like it or I look, why do I get in trouble for it?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, when I say thirst trap, because that's usually what it's called. But the same token, like, I'm not going to call you thirsty for giving a compliment where it's due. There's a difference. Okay. Now, others take it way overboard to where, like, they want to slide in DMs, which is okay. I understand. Shoot your shot. But then some of them is like, they don't take hints and they don't want to take those hints. And it's like, thank you for the compliment. And I keep it pushing. But some are like, nah. But for real, though, let me talk to you. Then you leave it on red. And next thing you know, they're back in the DMs again. And it's like, okay, now you're being thirsty.
Well, that's when you block them.
Period.
Okay. So we won't call them thirst traps anymore. So right now, they're no longer thirst traps. They are appreciation moments. Moments for you to be able to appreciate, acknowledge, and then just keep it moving, right?
Exactly.
You can leave one sentence, a like in one sentence, and no DM sliding. All right. That's the new fucking rule. It has to be public. You can't like the pic in secret and then just send a DM like, yo, shorty. No, you gotta like that shit in public. You can write one sentence and that's it. No DM sliding. So that way, motherfuckers like me
you
can't get in
can't.
trouble. So you want somebody sliding in the DM?
No. I'm just saying you can shoot your shot. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Because if I like somebody, I might leave a comment or I might, like it and just find the DMs too. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying. But if that person's giving you subtle hints like I'm not interested, don't keep trying to push it. Now you're becoming thirsty.
Okay. So
that's what I'm saying.
Question to both of you. Has a man sliding in your DMs worked?
I ain't much cap. It worked for me once.
It didn't work for me.
Okay. So why didn't it work for you? What, like, is it just like blatantly just nigger shit? Like some hood shit, or motherfuckers ain't coming with the smoothness.
Like Instagram, like for Instagram, I'm not looking for. Well, I'm at the point right now that I'm not looking for love. I take a compliment, but as far as like you asking me out, I'm more of an in person. But if it's like a dating app, that's different.
Okay.
But if it's like places like Instagram, Snapchat, don't slide in my DM. I just leave
Who still uses Snapchat?
Huh?
I said, who the fuck still uses Snapchat besides DJ Khaled?
Listen,
no cap, I do.
use Snapchat.
Y'all don't got a premium Snapchat, do you?
No. No.
Oh, you have no idea what I'm talking about, Loise. So keep it that way. That means you're a good Christian girl. Keep it that way. All right. You really on demon time.
I am a good girl.
So Mercy, a fucking thirsty ass motherfucker slid in your DMs and it worked on you. How what did he say?
So I'm not even gonna much cap to you. It was stupid lame, but it was honestly like one of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air quotes. And I forgot which quote it was, but it just had me so tickled. Like I was just laughing. And he just like, I don't know, I just responded back with a laughing emoji because I was really crying laughing. And the conversation just started from there. And honestly, like somebody making me laugh, like that's cool points right there. Cause I'm an extremely goofy person, even though I come off serious a lot of the time, but I'm really goofy. So if you make me laugh, you're like halfway in the door. Halfway.
Okay. So to that young gentleman who slid in her DMs with that corny ass quote, congratulations to you. But because we're talking about you in the past tense, you fucked up somewhere, nigga.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my God.
Okay. So now that we got the fucking little pleasantries out of the way, I have a question for you guys because summertime is officially over. The fall is here. I mean, you guys are in Hawaii, so summer is never over. I have a fucking sweater on. It's freezing out here in DC. How was your hot girl summer?
Lois, you could go first.
I didn't have a hot girl summer. I wish I did.
Was it a warm girl summer? Huh? Was it a warm girl summer?
It was a hell girl summer.
Hell?
Yeah, I didn't have a good summer.
Oh.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. I'm freshly, from a whole, situation ship.
Hey, I mean, does the audience know that? Did you talk about that in the last pod you were on? I don't think so.
I didn't because I like to keep my relationship private.
Well, you already talked about it, so what happened? You brought it up, not me.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and save the save the man some embarrassment or something like that, or the case
But
may
you know,
be.
I wish I would have had I will have a hot girl summer when I go to Africa because it's gonna be hot. Does that count?
I guess it. Hey, you know what? Hey, listen, it's always summer.
But
It's always summer.
I didn't. But I wish I would have had a hot girl summer. Last year I did have a hot girl summer, but this year it was kind of it. I was going through a lot of shit, so
Yeah,
I finally came out of it. So yeah.
that's understandable. Congratulations to you for coming out of your shit and being responsible. Because a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you right now, people going through some shit, they go ahead and just try to fuck the pain away. You know what I'm saying, or party the pain away, or seek comfort in the arms of somebody that's probably toxic. But yeah, you didn't do that. So congratulations to you. Mercy, you
Yeah,
said you did have a hot girl summer.
she did.
I did.
with that had plenty of appreciation posts and appreciation moments. I'm not gonna say thirst traps.
I mean, we did say nothing was off limits, and I'm a very open person as to an extent. So for my hot girl summer, I was actually in a relationship for my hot girl summer, if that makes sense. But it was my relationship that I was in. It was extremely complicated. It was, oh my gosh. But at the same token, I enjoyed it for what it was, and then I had to come to that realization that that person just wasn't for me, and it is what it is. So we're still friends to this day. But after that situation that ended, I was like, okay, cool. It's demon time now. Like, what's popping? What's good out here? Like, but I must say, like, it's hard to have a hot girl summer in Hawaii because ain't much to choose from.
Oh, whoa. What do you mean there's not much to choose from? In regards to what? Men that you're trying to have fun with, or men you're trying to be in a relationship with?
I'm always open to possibilities of anything. But honestly, for me, so I didn't put this out there, but I'm a bisexual female. I love men and I love women. But at the end of the day, I genuinely see myself settling down with a man and having a heterosexual relationship, but just not monogamous, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. You sound like Jada Pinkett.
It's really hard. No. My only difference is no. So mine is different because Jada wanted to fuck other niggas. I just want to fuck other females from time to time. That's it.
So what's the problem?
Hopefully have them join in.
And you couldn't find somebody to do that with you?
Baby, let me tell you something. My relationship that I was in, like, baby came up in a 2-parent household that was strictly Christian and very much just.
See, man, you fucking with the pastor, son.
I might as well no.
The mother. You trying to be the preacher's wife and shit.
I can't. I can't do that. I'm not walking in the same lane. Like that's not me. I can't.
Oh my God, man! You about to be singing hymns and shit? You know what I'm saying? Fucking
no.
Whoa, they about to have you in the fucking holy anointed cloth. You fucking with the wrong one.
But see, like, don't get me wrong. But it was really good for what it was. But the same token, I consider myself a very spiritual person. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. I still have my beliefs, and I still do believe there's a God and everything else. But as far as like taking it to the full extent of saying like I go to church every Sunday and this and that, that's honestly just not me. So I definitely still do walk by faith. Yes, like a lot of my Christian values I still hold, but at the same token, the life that I live now, I dibble and dabble with a lot of different, religions, as far as like sometimes with Buddhism and whatever. I feel like I nitpick to whatever relates to me. So, because I'm a huge believer to like whatever energy you put out into the world is what you're gonna get back. So, and whichever relates to me, that's what I go with.
Okay, so question. Are you only attracted to black men?
I'm not gonna lie. My preference is black men. I love me some tall black men with pretty teeth. Like they are my kryptonite. But a lot of times, like it's really hard to find those because sometimes they're not into us dark-skinned females. And I hate to bring up the topic of colorism, but it very much still stands, and that's just what it is. So, and even if I do find.
Why don't y'all go ahead and get y'all some of that? Hawaii's the rainbow state. Lois, you've been out there for a while. It's the rainbow state. Why don't y'all go ahead and get y'all some men of the other flavors that do appreciate women of your complexion? Like I'm not.
I don't really.
I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
Okay, so I don't mind. I don't mind dating outside of my race, but I choose not to. I love black men, and I
Mhm.
like this. I just like to stick to what I know.
But
And
it's all the same niggas in Hawaii.
yeah,
It's
but
a
Hawaii
limited
is
pool.
also small. You know that. You live here.
Yeah.
Hawaii is very, very
So
small. So I'm
and
not about to.
you have a larger choice of men if you go outside of black men.
Yes, of course, but I personally choose not to. But I have had white men approach me, this white man asked me on a date. I had to politely decline. It's just that with me, the thought of laying with a white, I have no issue with other race, but just like, I just been scarred. So my sis, it was funny, we brought this up. I was telling Mercy about it yesterday, um, during brunch, and I was like, hey, my sister, I was talking to this white guy before, and my sister told me to go to the store to buy some uh, chicken thighs, or so, I think it was a chicken thighs or breast. So he sends me a picture of his dick, and as I opened the picture, I had the chicken in my hand, and it just looked raw, and I was just like, I don't eat raw food. I can't deal with this. I like my meat well done.
Lois,
And that was just it for me. Like I just
didn't
can't.
didn't Martin Luther King Jr. tell us not to judge a man by the color of his skin or his foreskin, by the contents of his character? So why are you
think
judging
he's
this man
foreskin.
by the
I'm
color
not
of his
about to stuff no raw
foreskin?
food. Would you eat raw
I think
meat?
he's.
I'm not about to stuff no raw food.
I eat
It's
sushi
like,
and I eat ass. You can't ask me that question. What the fuck kind of question is that? But no, I'm
Let me
not
tell you
eating raw
something.
chicken.
But let me tell you something else. Since you've been to Hawaii, you kind of already know how it is. Like the women here outnumber the men. There are 4 types of guys on this island, literally,
Okay.
for the small amount there is. They're either gay, they're married, they're too young, or they're in that small percentile to where they know they look good, they know they're a hot commodity, and they're with all the fucking shits. And they probably fuck two or three of your close best friends. So that is the options on this
So
island.
why not mess with a man with average looks that hasn't fucked 3 of your friends?
I did that. See, I
No, no,
tried
no,
that.
no. I have
Look
a
where
quick
it
question
got
for
me.
you. You're running the questions, but I do want to. Would you fuck a female that you're not sexually attracted to?
Exactly.
For me, sexual attraction begins in the mind. So if I'm attracted to her mentally,
Mental.
then I have no problem sleeping with her physically because it's
No, but let's keep it.
I'm being honest. Like I've messed with a wide range of women. The majority of women I mess with people are considered pretty, right? Good looking, attractive. However, the attraction didn't start physically, right? So like a woman could be average looking, average face, average body, but mentally, if she makes me feel good, if I'm happy with her, I'm comfortable with her, then we're all gonna get old. Every titty is gonna fall to your knees. You know what I'm saying? My ball's gonna hang down to the floor. We all gonna get old. We all gonna get wrinkly, all that kind of shit, right? But if the mental attraction is there, I will always be physically attracted to the
but
person
we're
I'm with.
all. But then it is like we're all human, and
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, when we see a person, we know off rip they're fuckable or not, literally.
Yeah, but see,
And
the difference
I
is
mean,
that women can actually do that though. Men can't see a woman and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck her." A woman can see a
no,
man
I
and
didn't.
say,
No, I
"Yo,
didn't
I'm
say
gonna
going
fuck him."
to.
Yeah,
No, I didn't say going to, but I'm just saying off looks and appearance first of all, because I'm saying we're as humans, we see first. It's the first thing we do. We see. For those who can see, I'm so sorry, but like I was saying though, you can tell instantly.
the fucking my handicap audience is gonna be fucking write a lot of hate mail because of that question.
No, 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 no. See, I knew it was going there, but no. But I was just saying, it's our first instinct. So I'm just saying, when you first see a person, you can genuinely tell within the first 5-10 seconds, like, would I fuck them or not? Literally.
So you wouldn't
That's
fuck
what
an
I'm
average
saying.
looking man? Is that what you're saying? Like if a man is average looking and you look at him, you're like, I could never fuck him. That's like how you make your determination on who you're going to interact with relationship wise. Is okay. I'm looking at him. I'll fuck him.
I have fucked with an average dude before. But me also, it's all a mental thing. Like if I'm not mentally attracted to you, I'm not gonna lay with you. And that's also why I just can't go outside my race, because mentally I just don't look at them like that. So it's just like just never giving them the option. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I reach out to the dude. I'm like, hey, yeah, let's go, to that little picnic, because they like going out and doing outdoorsy stuff and all that. So
you saying they like they're fucking aliens. They like picnics and cornhole and rock music.
But mentally right now, though, I'm not ready to like go on dates with anyone. I'm like celibate, and it feels good.
Celibacy is great. Celibacy is great.
It gets hard at night sometimes. But
I bet it does get hard at night.
I can tell you what's not getting that hard at night.
But that's why I go to bed. Listen, I go to bed early now because I just don't want to think about it in the middle of the night. So I go to bed by 8 o'clock. My phone is on do not disturb. I go to bed from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. And I feel well rested. So I don't, you up in the middle of the night, you start thinking about stuff like that. So I just save myself the headache and just go to bed.
So what about Hispanic, Asian men? All the other, I'm just not just white. You got all different type of ethnicities. You got Hispanic.
Okay,
Asian.
So I wouldn't really date an Asian man simply for the fact that most of their family wouldn't accept me because of their culture. It's very few Asian family that would accept a black, especially black women. They already look at black women as the bottom of the barrel, and so I know this because I did talk to this when I was in Korea. I was talking to this Asian guy, this Korean male. He was very fine. We had fun. I was like, okay, we can take this to the next level. And he told me, he was like, I can't bring you home to my family. And I'm like, what? He was like, growing up, my mom, pretty much think like black people are the bottom of the barrel. Like that, he literally said that to me. And that shit turned me all the way off.
Well, yeah, I can see why I would.
I have a bad hobby. I have a bad hobby of boxing, certain people, a group of people where I'm like, yeah, I already had one bad experience. I'm not about to go dip my feet in that pond.
Yeah, that's prejudice.
Yeah, it's cool. But it was just that one yeah, I know. There was that one experience just like turned me off. But I still, I'll still hang out with them. But as far as like me putting myself in that situation where I'm trying to, where I, try to pursue dating, I just can't do it. That's why I just stick to what I know, my Black kings.
So what about the Hispanic men? What about the Latino men, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans? They some hard workers. They believe in marriage.
I wouldn't know because I haven't put my foot in that pond yet. But hey,
all them brown people in the army, all them Rodriguez's and Hernandez's that work for you. You ain't find one yet.
I don't shit where I eat.
I ain't say you got to do all that shit. They got friends and cousins and shit like that.
I don't shit where I eat because I did that once and it was very toxic, and I'm not gonna do that shit again.
Okay, so Mercy, how come you ain't find you no good Hawaiian man yet? Then
who said she didn't?
Oh shit! Damn. Let her tell it then. Let her tell it what's going on.
Who said she didn't? Let me tell you, Mercy got a whole diverse list. Okay. Mercy is a hot girl. She got a whole list.
Man, I like what I like. Don't get me wrong. I prefer black men, but if I have to come across somebody that I find attractive, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, I could. And Loise knows, like, I love me some tall, just big men. I love it. I like the thought of. I know for a fact, like, if it came down to the come down, like, Mercy, check your tone, because this motherfucker like 6'5", 280 pounds. Like he will throw your ass around the fucking room.
Yeah, they
And
like hitting
I
women.
live for that.
They like hitting women. They like hitting women out
Pause.
there. Yeah.
No, she means rough sex.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
I don't know domestic shit. I just love like dominant masculine men. Literally.
Okay.
Like that is my type.
Because she's dominant also, so it's just like it's the feeling and it's the challenge, and it just turns her on. But Mercy be recruiting bitches too. That we go out, you know. We go out, you know, she recruit both. And I'm like, okay, girl, okay. Even a bisexual man was trying to dip his
Wait, so you fuck with a bisexual man too?
No. It was it's a bisexual guy. Well, we just found out he's bisexual. But this man has a damn, they're probably gonna listen to this podcast today.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay. So it's like 2 years ago though, right, Mercy? Is this bisexual? Well, we didn't know he was bisexual. He's with a man, in a relationship with a man, and
right
you
now?
know, at the time.
So that nigga gay.
At the time,
men don't get to be bi.
See, listen, I told her the same thing because she told me about it. She was just like, yeah, he wants to fuck me. I'm like, girl, he gay. Like, in my head, all I am thinking is like, sis, like, if y'all having sex, like, you pretty much eating ass.
You can wash your dick. Okay, so Mercy, you would date a bisexual guy?
I would not. I mean, so let me put this all the way out there. I truly feel like in my past lifetime, I may have dated a bisexual male, but at the end of the day, like, as females, we don't know what we're dealing with because a lot of these men be having, you know, different lifestyles going on. So I could never really attest to say that I've never dated a bisexual man because I feel like I have, because he had a lot of feminine traits. But at the end of the day, me personally, I would choose not to.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just a mental thought in my head, like,
because that nigga bending over, so he's bending over for another man, so he's no longer masculine.
Well, if he's the giver, I feel like if he's the giver, that's like, okay.
Even if he's the giver, I would feel like,
but
okay,
if he's the receiver, but you know, man, their G spot is in their butt, so it's just like if he's the receiver, I have questions at this point. I mean,
at the end of the day, whether he's a giver or receiver, I feel like I gotta wear my strap on, regardless.
Why? If he's reaching orgasm, right, from a man or a woman the same way that you can with a man or a woman, then what's the difference?
Would you let a girl fuck you with a strap?
No.
You said you, Mercy, you?
Oh. Huh?
Would you let a girl fuck you with a strap on?
Fuck no. If it ain't the real thing, I don't want it.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
So y'all just doing this? Y'all just bumping coochies?
Nah.
Mercy is the one that has the strap.
The one that has the strap.
Man, you out there long dicking these hoes.
Where's the strap? Okay.
I do the bending.
She out there like Young and May talking about, ooh. I mean, this is a family. This is a family show. This is a family show. Okay.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. This is not a family show.
Mercy is the one wearing the strap, and she's the one giving it to the bitches.
You seen For Color Girls, and Janet Jackson was like, "Oh, you doing the bending? That's me."
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the bending.
Okay. All right. So, goddamn, we haven't talked about not one fucking topic that was on the list.
Well,
but it's fine. No, we don't gotta do none of that shit. We just talking about Hot Girl Summer and y'all bending bitches over. You know, that's what's up. You know, that's what's up. But okay, so here's a question. All right, so knowing this, right, that it's a limited amount of black men in Hawaii, right? And they all kind of been in the same pool. They're all either military or it's a small amount of niggas that look decent, right? Why don't y'all fly some men in?
Ooh.
Or have some fly in to see you. So date outside of Hawaii. I ain't saying you gotta buy a ticket.
Okay. I just put that out there. I don't fly motherfuckers out. They fly me out.
Or you could say, yo, you could talk to somebody in a different, like in San Diego or something like that. That's close. That's a close 5-6 hour flight, and be like, yo, come through. Like
I can't
that.
do long distance. I tried that shit and it did not work out. I like my the person I'm with. We have to be together. I mean, if you have to be gone for like a week or two or a deployment, well, if I have to be gone for a deployment, because I just choose at this point not to date anyone in the military. No.
Oh,
Lord.
You make that face, but if a man dates you, he has to deal with your schedule.
Yeah, that's different. It's more flexible if he's a civilian. And
but he's got to deal with your absence though. He's got to deal with you leaving, going to training, going to school, deploying. It's the same. So he's going to go through the same shit that you would go through dating somebody else. That's in a long distance or in the military.
But with my job now, I know for a fact that I'm not going on any deployment anytime soon. It might work a little late. But
okay, so if you're dating a man right now, are you going to move him out with you?
I do that. But it also have to be their choice. I mean, I can't make them.
The option is y'all ain't together no more since you don't do long distance.
I mean, if the person wasn't here, it'll be different. I see what you're trying to say, and I'm gonna block it.
Let me tell you something. Being in the military for like 8 years, it has really scarred me as far as with dating another military man. Period. I can't. First of all, everyone thinks the Army is just so big. Let me tell you something. The Army is this big. I kid you not. And 9 times out of 10, like somebody knows somebody. Toxic ass story I got for you real quick. So I was dating this guy, and we're just hanging out. Like, we're getting really serious. We're heavy dating. And before I dated him, I used to talk to somebody else. Mind you, we never had sex or anything, but we always used to hang out at his place and have a great time. That's about it. So I kind of like cut him off to deal with somebody else. So while I was doing that, me and the dude, we land in bed. It's like 3-4 in the morning, and my phone is just blowing off the hook, like just constantly ringing. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, who blowing me up? So I'm thinking it's probably like my family, because they constantly forget the time change.
Yeah.
So I kind of just like kept ignoring it, but the person just kept calling. And so the dude that I'm with, he's like, Mercy, somebody's dead ass trying to get in contact with you. Like, answer the phone. So I'm like, nah, it's nobody. He's like, nah. Who answer the phone, because they're trying to reach you. So I'm looking and I'm like, this is the dude I used to talk to before him.
It's your old work, yeah.
Yeah, it's my old work calling. So I'm just like, I don't want to do this. And so I ended up answering the phone, and I'm like, what's up? And he was like, my bad, I butt dialed you. I'm sorry, whatever. Hung up the phone. He's like, who was that? And I was like, it's the guy you talked to. He was like, oh, so you still fucking with that nigga? And I'm like, no, I haven't talked to him in a while. Kid you not, it got so bad to where he's getting ready to put me out of his house. He was like, you know what, Mercy, you still in them games. Like, just get the fuck out, because I'm not about to play these games with you. And I sat here, I boo-hooed, I cried. I was like, no, I'm not fucking with him no more. I swear, like, I'm not messing with him. Like, no. And he was like, you can leave. And I said, you know what? I'll leave, whatever. And guess what my toxic ass did? I got in that car and I went and drove to my old boo's house. I said, can you open the door for me? And he was like, yeah, it's open. And I went there. And next thing you know, I was like, since you're acting stupid, so I'll just be with you for the night. And it is what it is. And I stayed with him.
That is a very toxic story. You were not lying. God damn. Holy shit.
And let me tell you something was so funny. So a few days later, I ended up going to his Facebook, and something was telling me just look at his old pictures. Yeah. I swear to God, as I'm scrolling through these pictures, these two was literally standing side by side with each other. Like, this my battle buddy right here, and that's my dude. We've been at this for 5 years now. Happy birthday, bro. I'm like, if only they knew, child. But
well, shit, they're about to know now.
Mercy.
She smashed the homie. Yeah, so
Mercy.
okay, so
smashed
serious
the
question.
homie.
So could you mess with a guy or mess with somebody that's adjacent? Like if you like, because as a man, right, me, if one of my friends dated someone or even talked to him, I can never fuck with that woman, right? That's just not something I can do. But I see a lot of women can do that. You didn't know that going into it, right? But if you are going into a situation where you know that two guys are cool, and you used to date one of them, could you mess with the other one?
No.
I couldn't.
No, I
Because I will
can't.
always, because in the back of my mental, I'll always feel like there's some kind of hidden agenda that I'm not aware of. And I hate to put myself in other people's sitcoms because I'm not a comedian.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you. You know.
Nope, I can't do it. That's too much work.
It's so much because you got to sit back and wonder, like, what are their conversations like? Like, how is she with you? Do she did a little spin on the tip that you like she did?
Hey man,
Like,
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what we talk about.
like, you gotta sit back and wonder, like, where are you guys really
No,
discussing?
the kind of shit we talk about is like, hey, she's still leaving mad hair in the fucking sink. That's the kind of shit we're gonna talk about when you dated us both. You're gonna be like, yo, her fart still smell like shit. She still be leaving the tampon in the toilet. That's the kind of shit we talk about.
Nah, somewhere in there, some sex is gonna come into play. Like, yo, so y'all fuck yet? Hell yeah, we fuck it. What you mean? Like,
Yeah.
she,
I mean,
she,
the people I associate with, that's the line we don't cross, because
you'll be surprised.
it's like wearing somebody else's underwear. It's like, oh man, yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, that's nasty. But we talked about.
You would be surprised, like Mercy said, because it's dudes don't really care, but women they do that all the time, and that's how you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Exactly how you get your ass.
Well, a lot of because women don't want a man until they see him with another woman. A nigga will be single as hell and won't get no attention, but as soon as they see you with your lady, regardless of what she looks like, you are instantly more attractive because nobody wants you until somebody wants you.
Facts.
Yep.
I mean, not all the time. Like, I mean, if you genuinely don't care for that person, you don't like them, then I don't really see why anything would change. But now, if you've noticed, like, they treat this person a certain way, and you like, damn, I want this kind of treatment, then maybe so, yeah, like, yeah, I want him.
Like fucking Portia.
Like Portia. Like, for example, like.
Talk about from Real Housewives?
Yes.
Don't be slandering my girl Portia. I ain't gonna stand for that
Portia
shit.
be her ass whooped. Okay.
No. They were not together. Simon was not with that woman when he got with Portia. All right.
But he was still married.
They were separated. They were separated.
Okay, but my thing is, right?
It's not. It's still.
He came into this girl home.
I stand with Simon.
If you watch the footage, she came in that girl home. She was looking around like, damn, this shit is nice, and she liked what she saw. And and then she smoked the girl hookah. Let me tell you, you come to my house and you smoke my hookah, and then you decide to get in a relationship with my ex.
You gonna smoke my hookah and then suck my man dick? You gotta die.
I will whoop your ass. I will whoop your ass on the simple fact that you smoke my motherfucking hookah.
I mean, it's like a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah. She got a 2-for-1 special. She smoked her hookah and then smoked her man's hookah. Hey, shit is crazy. That's why it's good being a guy. We don't got to worry about that kind of shit. But so hot girl summer is over, and then cuffing season has officially started. So Loise, you said you're celibate. So I know that means you probably about to go buy the weighted blanket and the fucking rabbit off of Amazon that spins and does all the fucking motions with the glow in the dark lights.
I already have it.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last pod. All that. Listen, my mom listened to that. She was disgusted. I'm joking. But all right, so cuffing season. My mom listened to this shit. She knows I'm a piece of shit. But cuffing season. What are you looking for cuffing season, or what are your plans for cuffing season, or just what is cuffing season to you?
I'm not looking for anything. If it comes naturally, I will accept. But as far as like looking for anything, nah.
What is cuffing season to you? What does cuffing season mean to you?
I don't really pay attention to those terms, because I feel like cuffing season should be all year round. It just shouldn't be just because it's cold. So you need to be laid up with somebody. You got a fucking heater, okay? That's why you put all your goddamn heater on, and so you don't have to be cold. And you snuggle under your blanket and you take your ass to bed. I'm just joking. But I just feel like cuffing season, for me, it just seemed so temporary, and I'm not into stuff like that. And I'm more a relationship person. If I'm into you, I am solely into you until you give me a reason not to be into you. And so somebody said cuffing season is like, okay, well, we're just gonna be cuddle buddies until
until the spring thaw.
Until it starts getting warm.
Yeah,
and
until
then
March
I'm going to a hot
31st.
girl or hot boy summer, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need something temporary. If you're gonna, I'm crazy as fuck, because I'm the type of person, you sniff me, we breathe the same air, and I'm attracted to you. You're not going anywhere. And so if you're trying to cuff me during cuffing season, you best believe you better have a fan next to you during the summertime, because I'll be right next to you. What's up? And
hey, I agree with you. I agree with you. 100%.
It just sounds so. It's just like, I feel like it's something that some people use as an excuse for something temporary, where it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's cold, so you lonely, I'm lonely.
That's not what I see cuffing season. I have a whole different definition of cuffing season, but I understand where you're coming from. I'll let you know my definition of cuffing season after Mercy goes ahead and lets me know what her requirements are for her cuff candidate, her battle buddy for cuffing season.
But I like to see it as hot girl summer is like, how can I say? Hot girl summer is tryouts. And then it's like,
okay,
when cuffing season, it's when you find out if you made the cut or not.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly though, I don't really take it too serious, because at the end of the day, that's not a legitimate reason to be like, okay, since it's cuffing season and it's getting cold, I'm gonna want somebody to snuggle up next to. I'm not about to just force myself out there, try to make forced connections with people to be like, okay, yeah, me and you have this and this similar, so let's just try to link up and try to do something. Like, nah. If it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, like I told you, I live in Hawaii. It's hot girl summer year round. So
yeah, fucking around.
So you can catch me if you can, but 9
year
times out of
round,
10,
and bitches is getting bent over.
It's over. I'm on demon time. It takes a lot to tie me down. It really does, because I'm the kind of female to where, like, making me laugh, like I said, making me laugh is only a little bit, but my main thing that I look forward to is those intellectual conversations. Like, if you can't stimulate my mind mentally, then I'm not gonna last. Well, we're not gonna last, and I'm not gonna stay for long, because at the end of the day, sex is great. Laughing together is great, but if you can't have those serious conversations with people about real life things like politics and the shit that goes on in the world today, and just things that just, how can I say, those conversations of knowledge just being, reciprocated, because I'm one to where, like, hey, if I pour into your cup, I want you to pour into mine. So I love all of that, because my ex, who I was with before, he just thought that he had me tied because we had great sex. And honestly, it was like, okay, the sex is there, but when I want to talk about those stimulating conversations, he's like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't care for that. And I'm just like, what? Wait, what are we doing? Like, yeah,
Hey,
we have
y'all
great
just
sex.
fucking. That's it. That's all that's happening. Y'all just bumping uglies, just slapping skin. That's it.
That's it. And it's like, and it was just crazy because he genuinely thought he had me, because, like, yeah, she ain't going nowhere because I made her orgasm, and I do this and I do that. I could find anybody to eat my ass, and I could find anybody to perfect their craft on eating pussy. That is nothing. That is nothing. But to find somebody who has genuine interest as me, who constantly wants to be pushed to better themselves and wants to have those diverse intellectual conversations, then yes, you got me. And if you got my mind, the body will follow.
Okay, fellas, I hope you fucking hear that. I hope you hear that. All right.
And then also, like, you have enough time on your hands too. It's like they've just, I guess it's just the phrase is just, it's like making more like, it's like a sexual phrase like cuffing, you know, let's, and it's just okay. What do you do after? Like sex is I was telling her, I was like, sex is like overrated for me because I've had a lot of sex in my life, and now it's just like I don't really. It's just it's not important to me anymore because like in my previous relationship, the beginning of it, like I was like, okay, the sex was good, but after like mentally, we weren't connecting on a mental level, and my pussy wouldn't get wet, and I was like, and I was holding out on sex because I'm like, okay, like if I'm not into, like mentally, I'm not into it, so I'm not gonna perform how I would normally perform when I was like into you. And so our sex life became very, very strained. Like he would try to initiate, you know, sex, and I just, I pretend I ain't hear that. I duck that shit like, ugh. And so eventually I told him, I was like, mentally, I'm not there because everything is mental for me. And if I feel like we're not connecting on a mental level, which brings me back to temporary. If I know in the back of my mind, like, okay, this cuffing season is temporary, I'm not gonna fully be 100% committed. And if I'm not 100% committed to you, that shit is not gonna work. Cause I had my whole phase. I had my relationship phase. Now I'm in the lonely phase.
So here's my take on the whole cuffing season, right? Because like Mercy said,
Yes, I'm dying to know.
I see the summertime is like it's like practice, it's trials, it's like the NFL. That's the fucking OTAs, right? Or preseason. Cuffing season isn't about just finding something like temporary. The cuffing season has the most holidays, right? And for me, it starts with Labor Day. You know, Labor Day all the way till the first day of spring, right? And that's the cuffing aspect of it is when you're supposed to get shit serious because you done went through Labor Day, fucking Indigenous Peoples Day now. Tomorrow we don't celebrate that Columbus bullshit, right? You done went through Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, right? So you went through all these major holidays and Valentine's Day, right? So this shit needs to be fucking locked down. Like you shouldn't be going into the next season single. You should have put this person on a long-term fucking contract. So it's not about going into the next summer trying to find somebody new. It's like, yo, I had this whole, you know, springtime to get myself ready last year, summertime to go out and find somebody, and then I'm dealing with one person, and we had X amount of holidays and major events to go through for them to meet friends, family, you know, go through some shit, exchange some gifts, see how people are, things of that nature. So next springtime come, right? It's like, yo, we going into this summer with a max contract. You know what I'm saying? And we on the same team and we fucking about to bring a chip home. You know what I mean? That's it, right? Because that's when all the weddings happen. That's when all the weddings happen.
Only 90% of the men out there think that way.
Well, no, niggas don't think like me.
I'll be doing tryouts. I personally would be doing tryouts for cuffing season. If 90% of the men out there think the way that you just said.
Well, I mean, so what I'll say, you know, because the only advice I'll give you two ladies when it comes to dealing with men is I would say just if you're not already doing this, just date guys a little bit older. You know, that's it. Because when we're young, when men are young, right? We're wired to conquer. We're wired to compete. So it's like, who can fuck the most bitches? Who can get the most attention? Who can make the most money? X, Y, Z, ABC. Once we get about 32, 35, that age, that range, where we're comfortable in our own lane. We're comfortable in our skin. We've been through enough shit. We know how to appreciate and identify and acknowledge a good woman. And then that's kind of all we want to do. So it's like, we done worked hard as fuck to get to a certain point where we have something to share with somebody. And when we're at that point in our mid-30s is when we actually want to do that. And that goes for all men. So that's what I would say. Like, if you're still, you know, dating younger guys, you could probably leave that shit alone.
See, I don't date young men. I like old men. And I was telling my friend.
I'm not saying old men like fucking 40-something.
No, that's me. I like old men. Okay, I know what I like. I was telling my friend the other day, because my friend was just like, hey, he asked me, he's like, are you trying to date anyone? I was like, yeah, if they're old. And he started laughing. He was like, but why do you like old men? I personally like old men because when you're with an old man, you will be well rested. And I value sleep.
What the fuck?
I value sleep.
Listen, maybe that's why you're not mentally stimulated, because you fucking with this old man that doesn't know what the internet is, never seen Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives.
That's a
never
turn
gone
on.
to see...
That's a turn on to me.
No, he don't know no new shit, no new music. Motherfucker got you trying to listen to fucking Belle Biv DeVoe and New Jack Swing. like that's the only shit.
Listen to the 90s.
Like, that's the only shit popping. He's like, what's the Drake and the NBA Youngboy?
To my pussy like that. My pussy like that shit. I love me some old man, okay?
Hey, them old men, they're not stimulating you mentally. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's getting Social Security, all right? Don't get him that old. Yeah, 45 should be the, you don't want to go like more than like 15 years older, because what if you still want to do young people shit, like be active? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's old ass body is gonna break down.
Yeah, I can put him in a wheelchair.
See, you trying to take niggas' life insurance? What the fuck you trying to do?
No, I do like older men. I was 22 and I was dating a 44-year-old. So that's like the, but now that, I'm older, the most I can do is 45, because my dad's turning 50 this year. So I can't be dating, some of my dad's age, at least a 5-year gap, because me and my dad has this agreement where if he's going to date anyone, make sure it's a 5-year, at least a 5 to 7 year gap between me and her. So that way it's like, I'm not over here,
not trying to be sister stepmom.
Exactly. And so, and my dad, that's a hot boy, he's turning 50. We're going to Vegas.
He out here living.
Yeah, he's a single man. We're going to Vegas for his birthday, and so I'm excited, and I'm ready to meet some people who up there to his age and have fun.
He don't need to date no 50-year-old. He needs to date somebody that's about 35 years old.
35
to 40, yeah. Because I seen your dad, no homo. He's a well put together, attractive man. So a woman that's going to be his age ain't going to be no good for him. Period. Not period.
You said 35.
She has to still be young enough to stand next to him.
Maybe 40.
She's got to be young enough to stand next to him. She's still got to have that self-confidence and shit like that.
My dad catch him good. I ain't gonna lie. He catch him good, but I just told him, look, you just can't fuck my friends. That's all. I told him, I said, you cannot fuck my friends.
Well, that should be a rule.
I will whoop. Yeah, that's one of our rules. I told my dad, you can talk to anybody you want, but do not fuck my friends. That's just off limit, because he done it before, but it wasn't my friend. It was my sister's friend.
Oh, okay. That's still crazy. That's still wild. I'd have to fight my dad if he did something like that to me. My dad's married though, so shout out to that nigga.
And so, but for me, I would do 40, because I feel like 40 is like that prime, It's just
35 to 40. 35 to 40 is
no 40 to 45 for me.
There you go with those old ass niggas. I'm just telling you, as a man, where the prime age for men is 35 to 40.
I could settle for a 35-year-old. I could do that. I could settle for a 35-year-old. But I will prefer 40. So if anyone out there who, if I can connect with you on a mental level, I'm open to it. If you're over the age of 30.
Okay. So Mercy, how old are you going?
As far as the oldest?
Yeah.
I would say 35.
Okay.
35. I don't want somebody who I feel like wants to. I feel like 35 is like a good age to where like they should have some kind of certainty in themselves as far as what they're doing, what they got going on, and what they want. And honestly, I feel like around 35, you should not have the games still going, literally.
You would be surprised.
I would be surprised, yes. But the same token, like I'm just hoping that if that was the case, Like, he's not on that childish mentality anymore. If he wants kids, he needs to say that. If he doesn't want kids and wants to travel, then let's do that. Like, I just want someone by that age. I feel like you should be more certain and for sure what you got going on and what you're trying to do.
Would you date someone with a child?
I constantly ask myself that a lot now, especially kind of fact that I was a person who wanted kids and was close to having one, but this my miscarriage I didn't. But honestly, I have becoming more comfortable with not having kids because I'm loving the fact that I could just move the way I want to move. I want to travel, I can do that. If I just want to just be to myself, I can do that. So I'm loving it, honestly. I am not gonna lie to you. So dealing with someone who has kids, it's gonna definitely force me into stepmom mode, and I have to interact with that child's mother, and it's
Hell
just
no.
and
Can't do
honestly,
it.
like in some baby mothers that I've encountered before with dating people who've had kids in the past, it has not always been the best because 9 times out of 10 they be still feeling like they could hit them up at any time of the night and it be bullshit, not even concerning the damn child. They still feel like they gotta take on them as far as like, oh, that's a baby daddy, so he's gonna always come back. It's always that second guess in my mind, like what's really going on type thing. So honestly, my preference is I don't want someone who has kids because I don't have kids. So I don't want to deal with that baggage. I mean, it may sound bad, but at the end of the day, I just don't want to deal with that.
No,
I mean,
it doesn't sound bad. It's
that's your
just your
personal preference,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
your personal
Yes.
preference.
because
So it's
the thing is, like, as a man, if you have a child or you're a woman, you have a child, you're not just dating for yourself, you're dating for a step parent as well, because eventually they'll have to interact with that child. So if that's not something you're with, it's good that you know that now, so no one wastes your time and you don't fucking waste theirs. But that's perfectly fine. That's no different than saying I want to date a woman that's in shape. A woman has every right to say I don't want to date a man that has a child, because that's a whole connection to another person. You know what I'm saying? So
you're
Mhm.
pretty much having to love two people or 2 for 1 special. It's like a
Yes.
2 for 1 special, basically.
I
Or
mean, you
just
don't have to love that kid.
yes, you
No,
do.
but
No,
yes,
you
you
don't.
do. If you love that person, you have to love
You
their
You
kid.
don't know
yes,
the fucking kid.
it will come if you get to know the
Yeah.
kid, it will come natural. I
What
mean, if
what
you
what if
really
they're asshole? What if the kid's an
huh?
asshole? What if the kid's an
What if
asshole and they stealing
the
money out of your
kid
wallet? And
Ooh.
and, 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 and they going on they taking your phone, going on your Instagram,
listen
posting
that
weird shit.
that love
You don't
for
gotta
the
like
parent
that
is
damn
gonna
kid.
disappear
Yo, fuck
because
that kid.
how your kid treat me is exactly how I would treat you. So it's for me personally, I wouldn't date anybody with kids. I don't. I started thinking like, do I want kids? No, I do not. I don't want a child. That's why I prefer older men because I already know they already have a child. So I don't. It's no pressure on me to give them one because they already have one. Um, but at the same time, it's like if I'm dating someone with a child, it's in the back of my head. I know it's temporary because I know I would not see myself settling down with that person because that's just me. But
Most older
maybe
men have children.
I mean maybe when I get older, it might change. But maybe when I'm like in my 40s or 30s.
Then it's gonna be too late.
I know it's gonna be too late,
Yeah.
but I right now I don't want to have kids. My dad was asking me, he was like, "So when you gonna have kids?" And I told him I was like, "I'll have a child when you stop having kids, because this man still having goddamn
He
kids."
having kids because you won't have no kids.
No, when he stopped having kids, I would start thinking about having kids. Me and my little brother are 23 years apart. That is him. I can be his mother. Okay.
Hey, well, hey, congratulations to your dad. His equipment still works. There's nothing wrong with that.
And my
But I
little
do
brother is
have
bad as shit.
Maybe
And
but I
I
do
maybe
see
he needs a little cousin to mentor.
and I what
Maybe your little brother needs a little
a niece or a
cousin.
nephew.
Yes, to
that's a
mentor,
nephew.
or a niece. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Right? Needs a niece or a nephew to fucking mentor.
See, I can't do how. Okay, my question to you is, how has your dating life been? Now that you have a child. By the way, she's very cute.
I don't appreciate you asking that question on my platform.
Oh, they don't know.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, how,
No.
nothing's off. Like you said.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
no, no.
listen.
So let me tell you right now. First off, every woman I date knows I have a kid. That's the very first thing up front.
She's cute.
Yeah, they'll never meet my kid. They'll never meet my kid.
You the one who dressed your daughter?
I buy her clothes. I don't send her over here dressed.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because how you dress.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're going to say, and it's something that I have an issue with. However, you got to know when to pick your battles. You got to know when to pick your battles. I have clothes here. So, like I have my daughter the majority of the time, right? And as a parent, you got to know when to pick your battles, right? So if I know I have my daughter 65% of the time, right? I have my daughter from 7:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the evening every other weekend. I have my daughter more than her mom. For me to make it an issue about how she dresses when she comes here, that's just going to create drama and friction, because it's like, yo, you already have her more than me. Just let me fucking dress her. That's, and regardless, if she looks like unpresentable, then I'll just throw something else on her. But it's like literally every day we're at the park getting fucking dirty and shit like that. So I don't care what she comes in. You know what I'm saying? Because like she's going to the park, she's going to jump on shit.
She's a strong baby too. I seen the video.
We work out. We work out over here. Like if I took a picture of her with her shirt off, you would see her shirt. She's well developed. You know what I'm saying? Like her muscles are, I feed her, like her diet is on point. We have a very structured time during the day. We have play time. We have learning time. We have workout time. Like she was walking like 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Like all the parents that I'm cool with out here. Like my daughter just hit 15 months, and there's kids that are 2 years old that can't do what my daughter can do. Like they can't climb like she can climb, as fast as she can, or run like she can.
I can't do that.
And come on now, you're a goddamn triathlete, man. Fuck out of here, bro. So
I can't do that. Listen, she pulled herself up. I was like, that girl. I said that baby got a good upper body strength.
Yeah, we work out here. We do yoga and everything.
That's good. But like, how is it dating though? Now that you're a parent,
it's easy because
really?
Because it's like I have a child. I've always been open to dating a woman that has a child or doesn't, right? It just depends on the relationship with the parent. If the relationship with the other parent is solid, is good, I ain't got nothing to worry about, because that means I'm only a parent half the time, right? And then the other thing is that most women that I deal with, they're 30 and up. So, and a lot of them are like you guys, where they're undecided whether they want to have kids or not. Right. And that's a common thing with Black women, is that they want to put their career first, everything else first, put kids off to their 35. And then by then it's too late, or you have children, they have all these fucking issues because that's advanced maternity age. Right. Or they turn 40 and can't have kids, or they're freezing their eggs, doing a surrogacy, shit like that. Right. So the women I date are like professional women in their 30s. And they're like, I don't know if I want kids or not. And it's like, hey, it's cool. I already got mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like a nut. I got mine. You know what I mean? So whether you get one or not ain't up to me. That's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
You have changed too for the better.
I have not changed. I'm still the same scumbag.
You being a dad, I do see a lot of changes in you, and it makes me happy when I see you and your daughter interacting. I'm like, oh my God, like. Yes, that's how I look like. I'm like, oh,
no, I'm a dad, yo. Like
okay, so now that you're a father, right? What is your deal breaker when it comes to dating? Because I know now the list is long, because now you also have your child to think about.
I'm a very simple guy, right? So I'm never one. I'm not even though I've dated many, many, many attractive women, that's not number one on my priority list, right? It's like, hey, are you okay to look at? Right? That's fine. Are you okay? Are you a 6? You know what I'm saying? Are you average to above average? If so, we can work from there. And then really it's about the personality. Because just like you guys said, if you're not into it mentally, if I'm not into it mentally, then I'm not trying to run up inside you, right? And so it's like, hey, what kind of qualities does a woman have? Is she well-traveled? Is she well-read? Can we have those mentally stimulating conversations? What's their relationship with God like? And I don't mean, do you go to church? What is your spirituality like? Because you've been in my house, you've seen Bible quotes on the wall, but I ain't no religious motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all should have like a moral code that we live by, a set of rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Universal, how we treat people, that kind of shit, right? So just how do you treat people? How do you get along with folks? What's your relationship with your family? That kind of thing, right? How do you interact around my friends? That kind of thing, right? That's all I care about because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect, right? And no matter how attractive someone is, there's always someone else that's more attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Rihanna. There's somebody looks better than Rihanna. You got Beyonce. There's somebody better than that. No matter, because it's all subjective, right? So it's like, all right, well, how does this person make me feel? You know what I mean? Because that's never going to change, and that's what's important to me, and that's why dating as a older guy with a young child is easy because I come across a lot of women that say that they don't want kids. That's an automatic deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Because I have one. So you'll have one. If we get serious and we go to the next level, she's going to be there 50% of the time. So that means you don't want my kid, right? That's cool. That's fine. Go do what you want to do, right? But it's not with me. Yeah, that's it. Is do you want kids or do you want to expand the family? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been like that. Even before I had a kid, I've been a guy that wanted a family. I just didn't want to have a kid out of wedlock, and we see how that fucking worked. It lasted 39 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like in DC, it's crazy because there's so many single, attractive, intelligent, successful Black women, and they don't know how to date, and they're very bad at it, and they don't know what they want, and so that part is frustrating, but it's very easy to weed them out when you're a person like me that asks all the hard questions as soon as I meet you. You know what I'm saying? So like as soon as I meet you, I'm gonna ask you like, hey, so what's your relationship with your family? How do you feel about children? Did you grow up in a religious household? What do you practice now, if anything? Like what do you like? So I ask very specific questions in order to get very specific open-ended answers. Yeah, because it's like, yo, you'll let me know. You'll let me know something that wouldn't become an issue until 6 months down the road on the first day because you don't know me yet and you're not trying to hide these bad qualities yet. You know what I'm saying? So no one's invested in each other yet. So it's like, yo, you'll tell me the truth right now. You won't tell me the truth on the third date. You know what I'm saying? That's too late then. You like me already. I know my effect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's like, yo, I'll ask the hard questions up front, but even, and it's crazy because like out here, you have a lot of women that are like, I'm celibate or sex isn't important. And that's cool. That's cool. And no. Your situation is different. You know what I'm saying? Your situation is way different. You're not fucking 35 years old. All right. And so there's women out here that they have like all these great qualities and they're like, yeah, sex isn't important to me. Like I don't even need to have sex like once a week. That's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? That's a deal breaker for me. And because if I'm into you mentally, I'm going to be into you in an intimate way, romantic way as well. So if you don't like PDA, if you don't like holding hands, if we go up to, if we come into each other's presence and I'm always the one to greet you with a hug, you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm always the one that has to like grab your hand, or I'm always the one that has to initiate some kind of intimacy
or affection,
then in my head, I'm like, yo, you don't like me enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool because I know who the fuck does. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go where I'm celebrated, you know what I'm saying? Not where I'm tolerated. And you find that out here. And the thing is that a lot of women out here don't have a lot of experience dating because they've put their careers first and they have these long gaps in between relationships. And it's like, all right, well, what'd you do in between then? Like, just nothing? Just sat on the shelf and didn't like work on anything or go to therapy or anything like that? And it's like, nah. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of a turnoff because I can understand you not dating for a stretch of time, but it's like you lose valuable experience by not dating. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you know how to please a man if you ain't been with a man in 5 years? You know what I mean? Like if you haven't been with a man, how do you know what a man likes, what a man thinks? You don't have men friends that you talk about. You don't talk to your dad about dating and men, things like that. And it's like, well, down here, you know, when women get successful, they don't have the same amount of friends that they did when they were younger as well, you know? And so it's like, as you get older, you know, you get more successful, it gets lonely, you know what I mean? And you don't have the same
Very much
homegirls.
true.
You don't have the same homegirls. You don't have the same friend circle. You know, you don't talk to your parents about dating, and you haven't dated. And so that part, you learn how to identify really quickly. But then once you get through that, it's down here. The quality of women is fucking top notch. It's A1. I can't even
Wait,
front.
so where are you now?
I'm in DC. I'm in Silver Spring, Maryland, DC area right now.
And you're
Yeah.
saying the dating pool is trash out there?
No, I said it's top notch.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Yeah.
cause
No, it's just once it's like the young women are the young women are the young women are the young women. I can't fuck with that. They too wild for me. You know what I'm saying? That hot girl summer shit, that's a turn off. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the ones like they're 30, they're like successful, they're headed together, they just don't have a lot of dating experience. Once you get through that initial awkwardness, it's cool. You just got to find a woman that had time to date while she was, you know, pursuing a career. And then like just the quality and the quantity down here is ridiculous because women outnumber men down here. And then I mean, if you've been out here, there's two types of men out here. It's like the college educated motherfuckers, all the, you know, Carlton ass motherfuckers. And then it's the niggas like Jazz from the Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But down here, everybody got, you can tell if a nigga got some unkempt locks, probably shouldn't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if his locks aren't well done, if they're not like well maintained, if he look like one of the fucking Migos before they got famous, go ahead and don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if he's a clean cut brother, he's probably put together. You know what I'm saying? You should probably date him. But and that's the thing. So you got, you know, guys that are more relationship minded, and then guys that are like, yo, I'm just trying to be a male thought. You know what I mean? But nah, we're not here. They're great. And dating is when you find the time to do it, because women down here have careers. They're busy as fuck. You know, so when you can find the time, it's great. But then, you know, when you're messing with a successful career oriented women, you have to fit into her schedule as well, you know, and then it's just, you know, finding out where you fit in, and then being okay with not being able to see her every day or every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a trade-off, you know, but yeah, it's I enjoy it.
Now, that could be a lot if touch is one of your love languages too.
For me, it is. And I've ended because I don't just randomly date. If I'm dating a woman, I'm dating one at a time and I'm courting them, right? And
Right.
and it's like if we're in that courtship phase where we've said, hey, like I'm not dating anybody else, you're not dating anybody else, we're gonna see what the fuck this is. And you are like a person that is like, I need to wait 90 days before I'm intimate with somebody, or you know, you're not comfortable holding somebody's hand in public or kissing in public or something like that, or like all that kind of shit, I'm out. You know, that's childish. You know what I mean? That's very childish.
Yeah.
And that's childish as fuck.
I
You
mean,
know, we grown as shit. You know what I mean? And you know, you want that Steve Harvey shit, putting fucking timelines on when you'll do X, Y, and Z with somebody. Niggas ain't waiting. You know what I'm
But what
saying?
if the person doesn't like public affection though?
That's fine. I do. And that's why, and I'm not talking about smooching, I'm talking about holding hands. Something as simple as that.
Okay.
If I can't hold your fucking hand, which is one of the most intimate things you can do, one of the most romantic things you can do, if I can't hold your hand, I don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because right there, that's the most public thing you can do with somebody you're with, is hold their fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm with her, she's with
very
me.
much true.
If I can't do that,
Mercy.
I'm out.
Are you are you into like doing public affection? Like how are you with public affection?
Okay, well, public affection is kind of it's kind of iffy for me. So if it's like a me and you, it's just me and you, and we're on a date or we're just together and we're out and about, I don't mind the public affection. I don't do too much, but I don't mind it. The holding hands, I love that. We could do that. The whole little peck kisses, the little peck of a kiss every now and again, I could do that. I love that. You know, every now and again, the hug, or just those little things you do when you genuinely enjoy someone's company and you love being around them, or you love that person. But as far as if we're in a group setting, as far as, because I love to take out my friends and I love when they bring their significant others around too. And if it's like a group setting and we happen to be together, then I'm not big on PDA, because I'm like, we're with a bunch of people. People know we're together. We don't have to constantly put that out there for everyone to know because they know this already. So, Lois, you already know how I am because you see me firsthand when I was in a relationship or whatever, and the person I was with, he was huge on PDA, like
Yes.
huge, and it seemed
I
like
don't like
Yeah,
PDA.
that's an insecurity thing. Not like
and
that over the
he was
top shit. Insecurity thing.
yes, and Lois, you know, it was over the top.
It was just like when a dude comes around, he would just grab onto her, and I'm just like, relax. Even me and her, like we went to brunch. We all went. We went to brunch one time, and me and her was lit, and it was like hugging up on each other. This man got mad at me, like, you too close to my girl. I'm like, what the fuck, like this.
Cause she about to bend you over. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? You know you ain't had nothing in a minute. You know what I'm saying? She got the big strap.
And I were like hugging each other. Like it was just showing each other love. And this man was just like, back up, you too close to my girl. I looked at him, I said, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something. Lois had some family fly out, and we just showed them around the island having a great time. And this was honestly where the tire hit the pavement with our relationship to where, yeah, this is where I know for a fact we cannot continue this out. And we were having a great time. We even went to the strip club, and these two guys walked up, and they're talking to me and Lois, whatever. And he seen that, and baby, when I tell you, he shot across that room so fast. And next thing you know, he's like asking me to stand up. So I stand up. He sits down. He wants me to sit on his lap while the guys are talking to us. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here like, Lois, do you see this shit? Do you see what I go through?
That nigga need a male role model or something, man.
And I tell you, it was so bad. And I'm like, I'm the kind of person to where, like, if I was to see a female flirting with the guy that I'm with, like, I'm not going to shoot over to the room and assert myself and stuff like, oh, we're together. No, because at the end of the day, that's your place. I want you to check that situation before I have to. Honestly, if we're together, I shouldn't have to check the situation. That's something you can do on your own. I'm not about to assert myself or my dominance or, try to throw it out there like, yeah, we're together. Because if you're trying to talk to him, he's going to let you know, oh, I'm with somebody. I'm sorry. Don't talk to me. This is a waste of time kind of thing, But for him, he was definitely dealing with a lot of insecurities. And I'm just like, that's something that I cannot help you with. He has to fix that on his own. I mean, I could help you as far as build your confidence up some type of way, as far as like, dressing you. And honestly, that goes into conversation when you said, would I ever date an average dude? I will never date an average dude again because I will not play build a nigga again. Because, baby, I started teaching that man how to dress, how to talk, how to walk, and he started to use it against me. And next thing you know, he's wearing the same outfits that I bought for him with another bitch. So do I care? No. But at the end of the day, like, it's funny. So no. I just genuinely want somebody who. Recording in progress.
Is your laptop about to die or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm here. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh, okay.
So okay.
No,
so
but,
yeah, go ahead. Because so we talked about qualities that I look for in a woman. What qualities do you guys look for in a man?
For me, I love when a man knows how to cook, because I love to eat. And I also love to cook. And a man knowing how to cook, I feel like that's just like the perfect bonding time we can have with each other in the kitchen. Because that's my favorite part of the house, other than the bedroom. It's the kitchen. And I also love a man who listens, because I tend to talk a lot sometimes, and sometimes the shit don't make no sense. I confuse myself too, like, what the fuck? And I just like, okay, when I say listen, I mean active listening, where he's engaged in the conversation. Even when I have a long day at work and I'm like, let me vent to you about my day at work, I want you to listen. I want to feel that security, being around you, feeling safe, being around you. And also he has to have good relationship with his parents. If they're dead, then that's another story. Then I have to look for to see if you have a good relationship with other members of your family, because that's important. That's very important to me, because I feel like if you're close to one of your parents, because I'm very close to my dad, I just don't do family drama where you say, "Oh, I don't talk to them folks, this, that, and the third."
Yeah.
It's just how you treat your family is like a reflection of how you would treat other people.
That's correct.
So
That's very much true.
So I also look for that. You gonna have to laugh at my jokes because I think I'm a funny person. I like to think I'm
Lois,
funny.
you're very funny.
Sometimes
the audience agrees. The audience agrees you're very funny.
I think I'm funny. So it's like, you gotta laugh at my jokes. You have to, relax, and you have to learn. You have to be diverse. You have to learn love to travel, because that's one thing I love to do. I love to take trips. I love to travel because I can't be with someone who's never been out of the country. Mm-hmm. That's just me personally.
So you need you a passport poppy. That's what you need.
Yes, of course. And my last
passport poppy.
My last relationship hashtag. That's gonna be that's gonna be my little caption. Passport poppy. I like that. But my last relationship, he didn't travel much. This man got mad at me because I had more stamps in my passport.
Hey, you get around. You on them girls trips. That's what single women do. They go see the world.
I travel. Yes, I love to travel because I feel like when you see the world outside of America, that opens your mind, your mindset. Instead of you having that fixed mindset, like, okay, I going to Miami, going to LA. What's the other place they normally go to?
Atlanta, Houston, New Orleans,
New York.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it was for my dad's 50th birthday. I was planning a trip, and I told you earlier I was going to try to take him to the Bahamas, but because due to COVID, the COVID restriction, and because my little sisters, their passport got expired, so we had to settle for somewhere here in the States. So my dad was just like, he'd never been to Vegas, so I was like, well, that's perfect.
Vegas is fun. Vegas is fun.
Yeah, I told my dad, I said, you get to experience Vegas, but like I also, you have to, love. You have to have some sort of love for traveling, because I get bored easily. That's my problem. If I'm at home for more than a month, I start getting bored. Like, damn, I start planning trips. Like, where can I go next, or like, what can I do? I don't like to sit home and just sit there. Yeah. Unless I'm tired or I'm broke. Which is why I'm homeless.
You are not homeless.
This homeless child.
Yeah. This false fucking narrative. There is no there will be no GoFundMe link attached to this podcast. Just
none,
just so you know.
Because it's not necessary.
Yes.
Well, you guys can also slide into my DMs, so.
I'm sure they will. They'll find a nice thirst trap and then and slide right in.
She may come off me, but she likes to laugh too, guys. Just throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love laughing.
So, Mercy, what qualities do you look for in a guy?
Oh, I look for a lot of different qualities in men, and that's why I'm very skeptical about who I date. So one of the huge qualities is someone who's very open-minded. I like someone who enjoys having debates. Some people call them arguments. I'll call them debates, because I love, like I said before, the exchange of different mindset, energy, and knowledge. I love all of that.
So I'll have to interject. So by debate, do you mean that somebody has to be right, or we're simply just exchanging ideas? Because men do not like to debate women.
No, you're right. It's just simply exchanging of ideas.
Okay. Well, then don't call it a debate. Don't call it a debate then, because men hate that shit. Like, we can have different opinions on something and move on from it. But if somebody has to keep beating the fucking dead horse to get their point across, that's a debate. And then we're just like, yep, I'm gonna go cheat.
And Mercy, okay, a lot of people, Mercy does, she asks a lot of questions. And sometimes some of the questions is off the wall, but it's because she likes to push your mind to see, okay, how she likes to make you think. So pretty much she likes
challenge your way of thought.
Exactly. That's exactly what she likes.
Exactly.
For the audience who doesn't know.
But the nigga can't be average looking, and you have to already know how to dress. She is not building no broke ass niggas. All right, continue.
Some guys. No, I'm telling you. Oh my God, I have a whole new fetish for guys who don't know who are, I mean, not even know, who are extremely humble, because there are some guys who are like, they don't even know they're 10, and they might feel like they are 5 or 6, and they are a god blown 10, but they keep themselves extremely humble. I
Insecure?
love, yeah, you can't be insecure either. Trust me, dealing with a female like me, you cannot be insecure, because I'm the kind of person where I'm liable, if a fine ass female walk past me, I'm going to look. And 9 times out of 10, if me and you're on that same wavelength, we're both gonna look together. Like, did you see that? I seen that. Did you see
Mercy
that?
try to recruit bitches to have threesome. Okay, Mercy's a freak, y'all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that if the person you're with is into that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why
All
you can't be
men aren't into
insecure.
that. They don't have that. They don't have that
No, y'all,
self-confidence or
Mercy.
that security.
Okay, if you're not a freak, you just can't last with Mercy. Mercy's a whole freak out here.
A damn man eater.
I am what my mother tells me all the time. She's like, "Love, you are not for the faint of heart," and I really am not. I am not.
All right, so here's a question. So
you have to be very cautious.
You guys know what you want in a man. What's Loise, you disappeared. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys know what you want in a man. What is stopping you from finding it?
I just haven't found it. I just haven't come across anybody who's matching my energy. It's really hard to find.
So where do you go to find? So this man that you want, where do you go to find him at?
I love to. I mean, truth be told, usually when I date somebody, it's usually off of social media. I don't really do dating apps. I don't care for dating apps. And most of the time people use dating apps for a whole different agenda, just to fuck. I'm good on all that. I don't care for dating apps none whatsoever. It's not my personal thing. If you won't think about it, if you consider it, social media is basically like a dating app though, because you get to meet different people that you don't know, and y'all could, switch information and everything else. But that's about as far as I'll go with it. But as far as on this island, I know for a fact I'm not going to find it. But I do look forward to going to Texas in 3 months when I ETS out of the Army. And I feel like I'm going to find the person that I really want out there.
What part of Texas? What part of Texas?
So I'm going to San Antonio.
There's a bunch of white dudes out there.
I mean, if they are, they probably got money. So
yeah, it's a bunch of white niggas that can't dress. It's a bunch of white dudes that can't dress in San Antonio.
But but from time to time, I might make my way to Houston every now and again, because Lord knows, I don't know what's in the water in Houston, but Houston breeds some bomb ass chocolate almond. Like, I don't know what's in the water, but Jesus Christ. But I feel like I might find my match over there. But for right now, I really have been on chill mode. Well, as of 2 days ago, I wasn't, but now I'm back on chill mode.
All right, so Loise, besides the fact that you are a celibate now, what's stopping you from preventing you from finding the man that you want?
Me?
Yes.
I'm just not looking. That's why.
Well, obviously you're not looking right now, right? But if you were looking, how would you find him? If you want the picture to be all, just turn your phone sideways. The portrait landscape. There you go. Perfect. So what's stopping you?
Nothing is stopping me. I just choose not to look. If I decide, to look, nothing's going to stop me, because if I like something, if I like a dude, I'm gonna walk up to him like, hey, I like you. Like, or
this ain't jail. This ain't jail. You ain't taking nobody's butt. Chill. Talk about.
He said, I like you,
and I want
you,
and
I want you.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Period.
The choice is yours. I'm the type where if I like someone, like I told you, like if I feel like attractive and I have a conversation with you, first I obviously have to have a conversation with you, because it's not all about looks. And you start stimulating my mind. Next thing you know, and I realize we're breathing the same air. You're mine.
Okay, I like that confidence.
That sounded crazy, huh?
No, it just sounds confident. That's what it sounds like, which is good. Because trust me, you could have answered that a million different ways and been like, I don't know. Or the answer that I always hate is a good man will find me. That's like the biggest lie ever.
Oh, No,
That's the biggest lie ever. Like a good man will find
good
me.
man will find you.
Yeah.
Who said that bullshit?
All women be saying that shit. Talk to your friends. Man, women be saying that shit all got like good man will find me. The right man will find me. That is a very fucking common thing. That's the biggest lie ever. Hell, I'm like, how? In the house? Nigga gonna break in? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Oh, I know what you mean. Where like the girls who doesn't go out, they talk down on the women who go out. Like, bitch, how you gonna find somebody you at home?
Yeah, they will call you guys pick-me's.
Unless, yeah.
For being proactive about trying to find somebody or knowing what you want and then actively pursuing that.
But it's okay though. When I get out there, I'm gonna start like going to random ass bars and just on my high class city shit and see.
So wait, so would you date a dude that you meet in the club? Like,
I mean, if he has the energy.
You ain't gonna meet no nigga in the club. You ain't gonna meet a good man in the club. You meet a nigga in the club. You gonna meet a good man in the club. You meet a good man.
I mean,
man at the bookstore or at a coffee shop or at brunch. You know what I'm saying?
Who goes to the bookstore or the coffee shop?
There are good people that go to the
niggas that read books. What the fuck? Who goes to a bookstore?
Facts.
Niggas that
I don't go to a bookstore because I order all my stuff online, so it just makes it easier.
Yes, but you have to learn how to enjoy the feeling of running your fingers through the pages.
The hard copies,
yes, and smelling a book.
I mean, I can't remember the last time I went to. I think the last time I went to a bookstore was like 19.
Or a coffee shop, you know what I'm saying? Or the museum, or art show, that kind of shit.
I can deal with I can deal with the coffee shop, but I mean,
in Hawaii, all the men are at After Dark. In Hawaii, all the men that you guys are talking about are at Art After Dark.
Art After Dark.
Yep.
I might try that.
And I've told you about that before, Miss Loise.
You did. Art After Dark. Okay, we gonna check it out.
That's for all the good. And they started it back up too.
What would you recommend?
They have it once a month, so it's the last Friday of the month when they have it. Either the last or the first, one of them fucking things. But yeah, and they go there and the museum's open. They have performers, speakers, those kind of shit, and everybody's looking nice. The more affluent, educated, experienced black men. Let me tell you, I go there, and when I would go there, I would meet like new black dudes all the time. It's like playing a video game and unlocking secret players and shit. Cause it's like, I've been here 3 years. I ain't never seen you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dude that lives around the block from you, but just in different circles. And it's like, oh shit. And then you link. That's how the men expand our circles, is from going to events like that and then meeting people and shit. And it's
Art
like, oh
After
shit.
Dark. We're gonna go. Merci.
It's at the Honolulu Museum of Art. You know what I'm saying? Because they got one there, and they have an event at the Bishop Museum as well. You know what I'm saying? You can go to that shit, and they'll, they out there, and that's the dudes that are educated and a little more experienced, well traveled. Everybody's dressing nice out there. And that's where they at. Once a month at the Honolulu Museum of Art. This is not a paid advertisement. I still got my membership there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still fuck with them heavy. But but they have those events in Houston. They have them in Dallas. I think they have them in San Diego, San Antonio as well. They have them out here in DC. They have them in Atlanta. Like, all the museums do it. And it's like just the museums open at night because the people that work, we at work till fucking 5:30, 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? We still want to be able to go out and mingle, but we don't want to do it in the club. We don't want that loud ass music. We want to be able to go and see a fucking painting and talk to you about it. You know what I mean? Impress you with our knowledge, of fucking, Cubanism or cubic art, shit like that, or Van Gogh or fucking Renaissance art and shit like that. And it's like, we can have a conversation on equal playing ground. There's no VIP section. There's no fucking competition from a nigga ordering 100 bottles. Women aren't fucking twerking everywhere, distracting men.
I can't take that serious. So every time a guy try to talk to me in the club, I'm very dismissive because I came to shake my ass. I can listen to music. I can have a good time. I did not come to find anyone to.
You're not trying to be like Usher and Jeezy talking about, I'm trying to find love in the club.
No, hell no. That's not the place.
No, you didn't.
Rihanna, we found love in a hopeless place. You're not trying to fucking find love in a hopeless ass place like the club.
No,
Let me tell you something.
no,
If
sir.
I love in Hawaii, that's as hopeless as it gets.
And Hawaii is so
Hawaii's not
small
that.
also, so
Hawaii
just
is
like,
small. You just have to. You got to get outside the same pool as everybody else. And then the other thing I'm gonna tell you, I shouldn't even be telling y'all this shit, but I'm gonna tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Is, I mean, Lois, you know about this. Go to the speakeasies, that kind of shit. You'll meet the more interesting guys there. And if you have the opportunity to join like a private dining club, there's some in Hawaii. And it's like a club where you join, you pay like, like $5,000 a year, right? And that's your budget. And you get to order that much fucking food. You know what I'm saying? For the year, you get to bring people, have private dinners, things of that nature. The nearest one of you guys would be the Vintage Cave Club at the Al Moana Mall. It's right at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's like a regular restaurant at first. In the back, it's a fucking private dining place, and you can host your own shit. You got your own private fucking wine cellar. You got your own chef, all that kind of shit. And it's like $5,000 a month. They have them all over Hawaii. They have them everywhere. You just gotta know about them. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the good guys are.
$5,000
for the year. You're gonna spend that going out on dumb shit regardless. You know what I mean? But you pay for this shit up front, and that's what you order for like the year. You know what I mean? Is you spend $5,000 on food and drink, and it's private. You know what I mean? Like the one in Hawaii that I'm talking about, the Vintage Cave Club. You have your own wine cellar. You know what I mean? So you can go pick your own bottles, and you can have dinner in your own private wine cellar. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to. I got, as an older man, not that old. I'm not 40. You know what I'm saying? But as an older male, I got to be able to, put y'all up on some shit, man. So y'all not out here next summer. You know what I'm saying? Still fucking trying out niggas, still auditioning niggas, like it's fucking P. Diddy making a band, sending niggas go walk the cheesecake and shit.
I feel like I'm being attacked right now.
No, I'm not saying you're auditioning. I'm just saying every new guy is auditioning for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the thing, right? If we're keeping it a buck, like y'all are already successful, already established in life, things like that. So y'all are on equal footing, you know what I mean, as the men that you're going after. So niggas got to audition for y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't the other way around. Like, y'all trying to catch this fucking man. It's like, nah, niggas trying to catch y'all. So they got to meet y'all standards. You know what I mean? So motherfucker got to learn how to shuck and jive a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But so we talked about my deal breakers, which I did not want to discuss. What are your dating deal breakers? So Loise, nigga can't have a kid. What else?
For me personally, this might sound wrong, but I look at feet. I hate feet. If the dude can't take care of his feet, if he can't take care, I really don't. I don't even like my own feet, okay? And so a lot of men, they don't take care of their feet.
I agree.
And if you even if your feet is like crusty, at least go get it done. Like have them clean, clean around it. But if a guy can't, if he can't take care of his feet, I feel like he just don't care. It's like he's not clean.
If he can't take care of his feet, he can't take care of you.
Exactly. And so it's just like, feet is definitely a big one for me. I'm not gonna say it because
you might as well say it.
I might be blocking my blessing, so I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say nothing like I want to date a man with a little dick, and you about to find a little dick nigga that make you happy.
I don't want to date a short. I don't want to date a short dude. I like.
What's short? Men. What's short?
5'8", 5'8" to 5'11". Like
the average man in America. The average black man is 5'8", 190 pounds. That's the average black man.
I like you to be tall. We just can't see eye in the eye when I'm standing up.
You ain't 5'8".
I'm 5'4".
So you're gonna wear 6-inch heels. This nigga wear brunch boots. He's still taller than you.
You have to be like, I want to stand on my tippy toe while I'm in heels. I don't want to stand up. I don't want to wear heels.
You're automatically on your tippy toes when you're in heels.
Yes, but still, I want to be on my tippy toes in heels.
You're blocking your blessings. Just a 5'8" nigga out there right now that can make you happy, and you just casting him aside like some fucking hobbit or some fucking dwarf. Just
okay, it's a deal breaker, but doesn't mean I can't. It doesn't mean like I haven't done it before. I've dated a 5'9" man. I mean, it didn't work out, but
you say it like the motherfucker has one arm. Like, yeah, I'd settled for a 5'9" man before. Ugh,
I have. I mean, I have, but I mean, it didn't work out for other reasons, not because of his height. But it was like when it didn't work out, I said, "Ooh, at least I gotta deal with this one, man."
Oh my fucking God. I mean, but here's the thing, right? Like with the whole feet thing, that's actually pretty common, right? Because
that's a big one for me. Like when and then your nails, when I meet a man, the
women
first
look
thing
at
I
women
look
at hands and feet. Women look at hands and feet.
The first thing I look at, if you got sneakers on, obviously I can't see your feet. But if I look at your fingernails, if you have dirt underneath your fingernails, I don't like that. That is like
because he's going to try to finger you with that.
You know, and I also don't really like being fingered. So
or nigga try to fish hook you from the back and then you fuck around and get thrust or something like that.
That is so disgusting. I look at I wouldn't say I'm a picky person, but it's just that it's just certain things that I know that I will not deal with. I can deal with the height thing, but as far as like dirt under your fingernails and your feet,
they're very easy to clean. Just wash your fucking hands and
I cannot
do a little bit of that.
I cannot deal with that shit. I love me. That's why I like men who have OCD when it comes to cleanliness. That turns me on. I dated this dude, right? And this shit like blew my fucking mind. He and I were dating, but it wasn't like we were living with each other. So I spent a night at his house one time, and I was like, "Hey, you want to take a shower together? Try to be cool. Just try to be more intimate." And so I was like, and so we got in the shower, and then I noticed like he didn't have any washcloths. This man was using his hands.
Yeah, the white people wash rag.
Yeah, so he was black.
So it worked for them, it can't work for us.
So I asked him, I said, "How do you clean yourself?" He was at my hands.
That's the white people wash rag. You wash yourself with your hand like they do in the fucking Ivory soap commercials.
That moment was a wrap for me. I was like, oh hell no. That's why I like men who are clean, and it's one of the reasons why like I would not settle again for uncircumcised dick.
That part.
Okay. So y'all about to come on. You're not about to come on this platform and slander my uncircumcised. These niggas is running around. Listen, they are running around here standing in solidarity with Black Lives Matter.
I don't have a problem.
Everybody uncircumcised stands with Black Lives Matter, and they're against police brutality because they're always wearing a fucking hood. You know what I'm saying? Stop profiling my niggas wearing a hoodie. All right?
Okay, I'm not gonna it's just like some of them are not clean. That's why some of them are not clean. Now, if he has OCD when it comes to cleanliness, yes, I can deal with that. But
you don't like cottage cheese? You don't like ricotta? You know what I'm saying? You don't like toaster strudel? You know what I mean? That's all it is. That's all. Look, I'm circumcised. My mother cared about me. I ain't one of these turtleneck niggas running around here with fucking.
Now how you just whip about you for them? So now you talking shit. That's crazy.
I don't know them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I like plain men, and then you just can't lie. For me, when you tell me one little white lie, it's a turn off. Because why would you lie?
Well, what's a white lie?
Like if I ask you, hey, what did you do today? Knowing damn well if I already know what you did today, and you just, I didn't do anything.
Well, why you ask?
To test you out. To see if
why are you testing me? Men don't like to be tested. If you know something, just say that shit.
I do it. When we start dating, I'll ask you questions that I already know the answer to see if you're going to be honest with me. And it's not going to be any hard questions, just like simple question. And the fact that if you can't be honest with that, it's like I just white lies then start turning into heavy lies. Because if you can casually just lie like that, with me, if you lie to me once, I'm having a hard time believing you.
What if they had a surprise plan for you, and they can't tell you the truth? Yeah.
A surprise is different. If you have a surprise plan for me, I should not suspect a thing.
You fucking snooping around. You snooping around on niggas. I already know what they doing.
I don't snoop around.
I can't surprise you.
The funny part is, I don't snoop. I do not snoop around because I learned that if you go looking for something, you're gonna find something that you don't like. So I don't snoop around. I don't check phones.
So you fucking with niggas that's just sloppy then?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's something different. That's something different.
That kind of goes to the thing as to why as well. When I first started dating people, I never answered the question what I'm looking for in a person. Never. I like people to bring their true, authentic selves into the situation. And honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to nitpick all those things that I like and what I don't like. And if I can actually work with it, then so be it. We can move forward. But if not, I'm just going to cut losses as they are. Like, people are so good, especially nowadays with social media being a huge thing. People are so good with putting up facades. Like, oh, I got my life. Everybody wants to present that they got their lives together and everything is so great. But they forget, like, with social media, especially, like, we're always going to put our best selves forth.
It's only the highlight reel. It's only the highlight reel.
Yeah, majority of us will. Like, no one's gonna really post the bad what's going on. Like, yo, I just got my car repoed. No one's gonna post the bad, and I understand that. But the same token, like, the facades people put up nowadays are just so unreal. Like I remember a time ago, I dated a guy, and from social media and everything else, and the way he presented himself when we're talking and dating, he just seemed so well put together. And I told him I look forward to the man. I told him I like a guy that does this, does that, and kind of like this. And so far, for the time being, he was fitting that image to a T. And I was like, okay, like I think I found my person. But as I genuinely got to know him and explore him inside and out, I was like, this man he's not what I started to find out. Like, he was in hella debt with his credit cards and everything else. He was really bad with money. He did not know how to save. And anytime he got paid, he burned through his money like it was nothing, because he honestly he cared about the way he looked way too much. Like, he also had the best shoes and the new J's that came out and the Gucci belt and just being hella extra. And I was just like, this is not the person that I signed up for. So I just honestly nowadays, when I get to know a person, I don't even say what I'm looking for. I just want you to be your true, authentic self. Like, let me see you in the time of day. Let me see how you really are. And if it doesn't match the energy that I'm looking for, then it is what it is. But never again in life will I do that. And I learned that the hard way.
So, would you ever run a background check on a dude?
No, it's not that deep.
Why not?
It's not that deep for me, because, like, I truly feel like what's meant will happen. So I'm not gonna go out my way to be like, you see, like, no. So I take that back. If I had a reason to do a background check, then yes, I would. But just off rip saying like, okay, this is who you are. Let me try to see who he is. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. No.
But I'm crazy.
But like, let's say for example, like, if we happen to be around somebody, we took a picture together. Someone's like, I know that dude, and I'm like, how? It's like, girl, he just got out of jail like 5 years ago.
Listen, when I start dating a guy and I know his full name, I search that motherfucker. Yes, I do. I search. And I make sure I'm okay. If I will go on Facebook and see if I look at pictures from 2009, 2010. Oh yeah, I'm nosy as fuck. I'm on that level where when I first meet someone and it's a guy that I'm interested in, I am definitely going to search that man. And if I find something that I don't like,
social media, that's given. I mean, us as females,
okay, but if I can pay for, I feel like men would do that too. Hell yeah, because you never know who. Listen, that for all I know, that man could be a killer, and I could be his next victim. And so I wouldn't even want to find out. Okay.
But honestly, though,
I wouldn't want to find out.
But that's the funny part of life. Anybody could be a killer. You never know. They may not have done it before yet, but doesn't mean it's not doomed to happen.
That's true, but
that's what makes life so crazy.
I don't like to be blindsided. I like to know what I'm getting myself into. So
I mean, if you're going on social media and checking the
who
motherfucker, then
will run a
you
background
essentially,
check on you.
if you're going on social media and checking the social media or running his name through Facebook or Googling this nigga's name, you're essentially starting a background check, right? So why not?
Yes.
Why not just pay the $19 to get a real one done and then get everything about this motherfucker?
I've done it before,
because my thing is, if you gonna let this nigga fuck, you can't pay the $19 to get a background check on him.
I've done it before.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's what she said. But you should probably still run a background check on this nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, because it's like niggas be hiding shit. We be hiding shit sometimes. We'll have a whole wife. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a whole marriage or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, like we get good at hiding shit. You know, and so because the other thing is, right, well, when would you require a man to present you with an STD test?
Oh, that's before we start getting sexual.
Yeah. I mean,
no. Let me say something. Like, okay, so when I feel like we've gotten to that point where like I want to like start fucking you raw, pause. Let me bring that all the way back. I'm a nasty ass person, so when I feel like we're building that connection and that bond to where like I'm ready to take the next level, the next thing I'm gonna ask for is like, hey, when let's even test it, and then I'm gonna say, well, okay, cool. Do you mind getting you one done again?
So you do that after. So you do that after you start having sex, or when you want to start fucking raw?
No, before. So
before you do anything intimate, you want an STD test?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's one thing to kiss on somebody. Okay, cool. I may allow that, but as far as like
you still gonna get it. Whatever I got on my dick, I got on my mouth.
I'm sorry, but still,
no. So I'm saying, why not require that before? Like,
but
I may be going overboard.
Let's keep it a whole buck though. How many of us has required an STD test before we kiss someone? Let's keep it all the way 100.
Hardly
ever.
I do
hardly
now.
Ever. But before we start having that actual like oral and actual physical sex, yes, I require one. Because I know for a fact I'm clean.
So, but what if you're like in the heat of the moment, you know, like
I love my life too much, and I'm not gonna cap to you. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100.
Have you had a one night stand?
With the female? Yes. With a male, no.
So what's the difference between females and men?
Yeah, did you require one?
No. That's when my past younger days, between my 19 to 22 days. So I was.
So that was like 2 years ago.
No, I'm 27 now.
I mean, I had a one night stand, and we did use a condom, but it's like a spur at the moment. But when I feel like, you know, if I really like the person, yes, before, you know, I will ask you to do that STD test, because I feel like if you give me any type of STD, you just don't like your life anymore. That's death sentence right there.
You gotta die at that point. I mean, because like me, I'm a little bit older now, right? And so it's like, that's something I require. You know, is I need to know the last time you got checked, and if you have results, I need to see them shits, because I know I can go to CVS and get my shit done. I can go to I have a hospital right down the street that I can walk to 10 minutes, get blood drawn, results same day. You know what I'm saying? So I care about you, right? You don't know where the fuck I've been. You know what I'm saying? I may look clean, but I might not be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
growing up, my dad always told me HIV is not written on your face.
Exactly.
Hell no. And then down here in fucking DC, woo. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is nasty.
Let me tell you something.
I would be damn. If I would be damn, that's the listen. I would kill you, and then I would take your body to the hospital, let them know, like, listen, this motherfucker tried to kill me.
Yeah, that shit happened.
I had just posted on Snapchat about this like 5 days ago. So I recently got my second COVID shot, and it was giving me hell, to where like I was nauseous, my bones was hurting, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm going to Tripler, and I gotta get 48 hours to kind of like recoup, because I can't go to work like this. So anyways, I go to Tripler, and mind you, the way Tripler was set up, is set up, when you go to the back, they got this basically, like, they have cubicles.
This might be a HEPA violation, Mercy.
They have they're cubicles, literally, to where like, of course, the top, you can see the top, but
Mercy.
it's still an open space.
If you're talking about your stuff, you're not violating HIPAA. If you're talking about somebody else got the package, then you're violating HIPAA.
Yes. I'm gonna stop her before somebody try to sue you, because you already said the hospital name.
It's a big hospital. I've been a tripler.
That's a big ass hospital, and I have nobody could say, "Oh, she said my name," because I don't even know the person.
Okay, so just stop right there.
I don't know the
relax.
person. Okay, nah, but real shit though, like they really need to get that checked out, because it was the fact that they got that set up to where like you could easily hear other people's situations.
Yeah,
it was just really messed up, and I was like, because I'm used to going to hospitals where like, you go into actual rooms, you close the door, but the way they had it set up, it was just really bad. And basically, like, long story short, you was able to hear like all that person's information, and it was just really sad. And also, not to piggyback on that, but I've also heard other things where people have posted on social media to where like, they work in hospitals and they work in like medical places, and it was like, you know what, y'all really need to be safe out here, because we've had this amount of HIV like positives come up.
Yeah.
And it's just really crazy, because of course, like, as military people, they're fucking their spouse, or they're fucking other military people, and they have these other military people, they're fucking the people that actually lives on island, the natives, and half of them are fucking the tourists. So it's like a bunch of shit just going on, and I'm
cesspool.
A cesspool, literally. So I'm extremely cautious.
That happened to me in recruiting when we were on the floor. We had someone on deck. Not my station. We had someone on deck, my zone, and they had to clear the whole floor because they found out that this young lady was HIV positive. Didn't know until she was going to MEPS, going through medical, and they cleared the entire floor for that. So everybody has to leave MEPS. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they find out, and then they got to call you. They got to call the CO, shit like that. But that happens a lot. You'll have people come up with that, or the common one is herpes. You know what I'm saying? Or they're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But like for me, it's like, hey man, I hate wearing condoms. Them shits is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, condoms were invented by the devil, along with STDs. You know what I'm saying? As punishment for us being banished for Eve eating the fucking apple. See, if Eve never ate the apple, we could have been out here raw fucking. God damn it. That was the punishment for leaving the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking, obviously, right? But like, condoms are trash. And that, as women, you guys know condoms are trash, right? So it's like, yo, just get that shit from rip. And then you can be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Then you can put your nose on somebody's butthole and everything. You know what I'm saying? Then you can have fun.
Okay, my question is, right, so in a relationship, when my previous relationship, I used to still get tested every 3 months still. Yeah. For my own good. And the person I was with was like, why are you getting tested? What are you doing? I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I don't know what you are doing.
You're doing.
So then why'd you stay with him then? Why'd you stay with him if you didn't trust him?
It was the sex. I was young. I was dumb.
So the sex was so good that you still had to get tested.
I've had some good sex where I was telling Mercy where the sex was so good that I was at this man's window, like
yo, what the fuck?
I was at his window watching him sleep.
Yo.
That's how good the sex was. It was so good. I checked myself into after he stopped talking to me. I had checked myself into behavioral health for people who
for dick withdrawal.
Yes, that's how good it was.
God.
But also I'm I'm crazy, so it's just like really, nigga? I was watching him sleep. Like I was just like
why are you watching the nigga sleep?
Because I'm like, I was making sure my dick is safe. That's all.
That's not your dick, it's his dick.
No, it was mine.
Oh my God.
But it didn't work out because he wanted to share. He wanted to be a community hoe and share.
Dick to bomb. Dick to bomb.
Dick, yeah, dick. That dick was good. Sometimes I still reminisce about it. Like, damn, that shit was really. That was one of like the best sex I've ever had in my life. And
you be at brunch sometime, drinking mimosa, and you get like a little chill, like ooh.
Yeah,
That be you?
long story short,
I'm
like
gonna pray for you.
we were toxic, but I was crazy. I had beat this man with a bat, out his sleep. Yeah,
Why?
it just because he decided to share my dick, so it pissed me off. I mean, long story short, he told me when he see me, he gonna stab me, and I told him, I said, if you gonna stab me, at least fucking good, so I can,
So before you stab me, stab me.
Yes.
You're fucking insane. You on that Jada Pinkett program, yo.
No, I'm not on her level though.
No, she's beyond everyone. So I have a question. How soon is soon enough for sex? When is cool to have sex?
It shouldn't be a time. If the vibe is good and
so
y'all
first date fucking is on the table.
Yeah. Yes. Being open, yes. If I go, if it's the first date, I really like you. I'm grown. What the fuck? It shouldn't be like, oh, let's wait 6 months or let's wait 90 days. The fuck? I'm a grown ass woman. If the sex is, if the connection is there mentally, and if it's a physical attraction, I'm for the moment, but I will be safe while I'm doing it. But a lot of women have this stigma where, oh, if you fuck him on the first day, he's not gonna take you serious. A nigga knows exactly what he wants. And so even fucking him on the first day, if he doesn't want to take it serious, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna okay. But normally they always come back. So hey, I've done it before. I fucked on the first date or the second night. I'm a grown ass woman. If the connection is there, hey, why not? I'm not about to wait. Let's wait 90 days for what? The fuck? Or let's wait a month to see how it. Oh no! Like if I'm horny and he got a dick and the connection is there, I'm busting that shit wide open. What's up?
See, I have to piggyback on you. I truly agree that there shouldn't be no time limit on sex, especially when you're dating and you're single. I get that, but personally, for me, I don't really fuck on the first date, not even a second date sometimes. I like to feel people out and try to figure out what I'm getting myself into. Because at the end of the day, I think about, okay, what if we do have sex and he feels like, okay, I got what I wanted and he keeps it moving. But here I am with this soul tie with this person because it's just he didn't feel the same way. So I think about a lot of different things. Like if I was to fuck this person, do I want to fuck them for my benefit or for my gain, or or am I being pressured? Like, so for me, it just has to be truly natural and organic, and I have to feel that sensation or that need to where, like, okay, you know what? He's been consistent for a little minute. I like his conversation. He actually put forth the effort.
Mercy puts you to a test.
I'm gonna put you through a.
Let me get my little checklist. Check.
This is fucking Loise theme song right here.
She got a whole checklist. Like, oh, yeah. Check.
Loise knows. I will put you through a series of mind games before I let you tap this. Seriously.
So is it the same with women?
Is it the same with women?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, nah, it's definitely not. I treat men and women completely different. I'm not big on much like to you. I treat them completely different. So for me, with women, I get to establish that dominant side of me to where, like, I'm the person in charge and I got this. Like, I'm not really, I can't, honestly, I'm not submissive with women.
Okay, so you objectify women. So you're cool with objectifying women.
What do you mean objectifying them?
You like, I like you and I want you.
No, I mean, I can be patient with them too. Like, I can be patient with them. Like, if you want to do it, we can do that. And I don't try to pressure them or push it, because at the end of the day, I'm still a female, so I'm still going to treat them the way I would want to be treated. So I don't, if they want that, then they just gotta understand. Like, depending on how I am, like, I'm iffy as hell sometimes. So don't get this and get stuck, because that's what may happen.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Watch out, ladies. Watch out, ladies. Watch the fuck out, ladies. So here's a question. Here's a question. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry, but what qualities do you think that men think are important for women to have?
I mean,
you can't ask us that question because we're not men. So it's just like,
No, it's a very good question because you have qualities that you want in a man, right? But the man that you want, you should know what kind of qualities that he wants in a woman.
based on like my experience, a lot of men just want a woman who listens. Just shut up sometime and just listen to me. Because we I'm gonna speak for myself. I talk a lot. So and sometimes I don't really listen. I have selective hearing. So a lot of times men wants a woman who listen, who can cook. Dudes can say that all the time, but a man really appreciate a home cooked meal, especially after a long day. Uh, I can't think of any man who would say, "Well, I don't really care if my girl cook or not." Like they want that. They want the feeling of being wanted and being appreciated. And so a lot of men love women who compliments them. I think most men love languages, words of affirmation. Men likes to hear that they're doing a good job. That right there gives them that battery, that motivation to be a better person. They like their woman, standing up, not standing up for them, but also, they want that woman to give them that little extra push. That because men are very sensitive, and a lot of men are sensitive, and so
Yes, we are. We're
they
very sensitive
they
creatures.
don't want a woman who is gonna talk down on them. Which I had to work on that part for me.
So being
Um,
respectful.
yeah, they want a woman who's gonna respect them, who can cook, who can listen to them, and who can fuck them good. Especially because a lot of men love sex, so it's just like they like getting most men like getting their dick sucked. They want a woman who's gonna be intimate with them, and a lot of time, depending on how the men was raised, they look for their mamas. The way their mama treat them is the
Yeah,
way they
well,
want their
because
woman.
because moms are great, right? So mom treats you like she cares about you. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't want anything from you except for you to be
They they
happy.
they dealing with mama's boys. I had to learn that, but that's just what I think.
So what
Yeah.
about you, Mercy? What do you think men want in a woman?
I mean, she definitely touched on majority of the points that I was thinking of. And truth be told, she definitely had me on the listening part because truthfully, a lot of men do wish that their significant others or women that they're into will actually just listen more versus, speaking to kind of like not even so not listening to understand, but more so just listening to come back with a response. And that's something that I have to check myself with a lot because a lot of times I would hear what you're saying, but the same token, you're gonna hear me from what I'm saying. And I would just always have to have that last word. And I had to really check myself on that because I had that really bad, really bad. And I'd be like, I'm listening, I hear you. And like, no, you're listening to respond, you're not listening to understand. And that was something I truly had to work on. So I definitely agree with that part. But of course, a lot of men do want like a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. That part I definitely agree with too because they want a woman that's about her own. At the same token, she can hold herself. Literally, I mean, but for some men may want that, but I feel like at least a man with standards would want that. Like she got to be going for herself. She has a great head on her shoulders. At the end of the day, I know when we at home, she had to when we're outside, she had to present herself well and all that other great stuff. But when we're at home, it's a whole different ball game. So it's
Okay.
basically like the best of both worlds.
So here's a question for you guys because both of you guys mentioned the listening part. When we talked about what you wanted from a man, you talked about communication and conversation, and the man to actively listen to you, but then you said that you guys don't actively listen to men.
Before
Before I said I fixed that issue. I
Okay,
fixed
okay,
it.
okay.
I
Because
think
that
I had fixed that issue because one of the reasons why my past relationships never worked is because I never listened. It was just like it was just I was called selfish, which I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, because I want them to be all about me, but when it's
mhm.
time to listen to them, I'm like dismissive. Like I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Hmm.
But nah, for real, that's how I was. I'm like, I don't.
No,
That's
I
just
mean
not.
that's like men's number one complaint. is that because we value cooperation. Like we're supposed to be a team. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
value somebody that we can cooperate with, somebody that we can build with. Like we don't want to have to compete with you. We don't want to have conflict with you. We don't want to have like a bunch of contention and things like that. It's like, hey, like we're a fucking machine. Conversation is like the oil that turns the gears. The more we talk, the higher the viscosity, the more we can fucking run smoothly, right? And so that's what men value, is somebody they can cooperate with, they can communicate with, and there's no tension. And like men want to be appreciated, they want to feel valued. Men love words of affirmation. They like to be pushed, they don't like to be nagged, they like to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? You guys both said that. So I think y'all definitely have I would say more of an idea than like most women out there, but you guys have probably more dating experience than the average woman does. And that's not a bad thing. That's just because the situation that you're in, the situation that you guys are in, you can afford to date. You know what I mean? So you can afford to date. You already have a career. You have money. So you can afford to date who the fuck you want. Like, you're not waiting for a nigga to come date you or scoop you up. You can scoop niggas up. You know what I'm saying? So you got no problem getting rid of a nigga when he ain't doing right. You know what I mean? So you get to have more experience because you don't need a nigga to date. You know what I mean? So and that's an advantage you guys have by having your own shit, man. But I wanted to ask that question because I have men in the audience listening, and a lot of times when this question is asked, women have no fucking clue what a man wants. The first thing they go to is they want a woman to look good, shit like that, and we don't care about that. Men will fuck anything. That's why pocket pussies are on the market and sex dolls. Like, we'll fuck anything.
The older,
you know
the older I've gotten, before, I've been natural for 10 years now, actually. The older I've gotten and dating older men, they really appreciate, the naturalness of women. Yeah. Especially like I've
because our moms were natural.
Well, the ones that the Black men that I've deal with, they love it when I have to throw out, when I'm wearing my natural hair, and then when I put that wig on, my lace frontal, it's like, oh, I don't really like it, Or if I, put braids to protect my natural hair, they appreciate it more. But growing up, I didn't really get that, I didn't have it. But I've noticed like a lot of men, they take pride into their women being natural. I wouldn't, when I say not just the hair, like with no being big, hair, face, no makeup, that's what I realized. A lot of men, grown men, put that there. A lot of grown men love that shit.
Yeah, because we see that as you having confidence, like you having confidence in how you look, you embracing your natural features as a Black woman, because we got to see that shit when you at home, right? So it's like, if it's good enough for us at home, why ain't it good for the world, right? So it's like, are you giving me like what you like? Are you giving me what you think is just good enough for me, but you presenting the world something you think is better? It's like, no, I'm married to this. So this is what I want to be seen with, you know what I mean? It's like you in your natural state, because imagine if dudes were doing that shit, if we were wearing makeup, contouring our faces, you know what I'm saying? Like wearing fucking socks in our underwear to make our dick prints look big, things like that.
I mean, it's getting to that point because every time I get on TikTok, I'm exposed to something completely different. You got people, the men coming out with the lace fronts. They got
niggas doing that, yeah.
Men who are actually using makeup to make their hairline look better. I've seen it all so far, and I'm seeing more and more every day.
But would you date a man, Mercy, that wear lace front for his?
Yeah, men like that are insecure. Men like that are insecure. Like when you're a man, you lose your hair.
Lace front?
Just cut it.
No.
So would you date a man? Would you date a man that's like bald? That's like his hairline is like receding.
I would much rather. I would date a bald man before I date a man whose hairline receding, and he's trying to save that shit for every heart of him.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the niggas that got the bajine and it fucking rains and their hairline melts away. That's no good.
But it's people like Boris Kajo and you got Morris Chestnut who was rocking the hell out of being bald.
Yeah.
So it's all about confidence. Like,
That's it.
let that
Ball
shit
don't
go.
look good on some men though. So
It don't. But at the end of the day, like if you got a receding hairline or you got hair just falling out or you're getting bald,
okay, so it's
why
just
not
like
let it
I
go?
have a problem with like men wearing lace front with me around me because I wear lace front too. So hey, because listen,
Really,
women we
nigga?
put makeup on to make ourselves feel good, right? So why they can't wear
A
lace
nigga
front to
wearing
make
a lace
themselves feel
front.
good?
Why does he not
pause.
feel good already without the lace front? That's a confidence issue.
Wait, think about this, Lois. Imagine you and your man, you guys are getting intimate,
Y'all
and you
using the
like,
same wig glue.
and you like, let's get in the shower, and he's like, hold on, babe, I can get my hair wet. Like,
we both gonna be wearing a shower cap. Why not?
You running your fingers through the nigga hair and his cap come off?
And then when he fucking me from the back, he can pull the wig off. What's up?
Oh my god.
oh, you trying to be one leg up,
Lois,
one hand on frontal.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't.
Why are you acting different to me?
You had your hand on my frontal. You said you love me for me. No.
If I see you dating a man with a lace front, I'm calling the fucking police. All right, I'm telling you right now. I'm calling the cops.
Hey, boy, dudes out here, y'all wear lace front, no problem. Come.
Hey,
my DMs.
all you niggas with lace fronts, I'm reporting you to Instagram. I'm telling you guys, I'm reporting you for hate speech. Any nigga wearing a lace front hates himself.
I don't judge. Just come and mentally stimulate me while I rub my hands.
You ain't dating no nigga. You stop capping. You're not dating a man with a lace front. I'm gonna tell your daddy. I'm gonna tell your father. He would not allow that.
Yeah. I feel like a man with lace front, he'll be the most pickiest motherfucker to be like, I like a girl that's organically pretty with no makeup, But nigga, you wearing a lace front. So how can you
take
up here and say you gotta be natural?
Take that wig off, and we can melt each other lace. What's up?
That's just so fucking weird. Yeah, because no man has ever said a woman should have longer eyelashes or, she needs her face to be contoured, nothing like that. We don't give a fuck about that. That's too much work. It's like, yo, if I can't go to bed with you how you are, like, you got to take your face off to go to bed because if you don't, it'll be on my pillow. Men don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, But nah, naturally, men fuck with that.
But a lot of men's words don't match their actions either. Because a lot of men will sit up here on social media and be like, I love me a natural woman, but at the same token, the woman that you're gravitating towards is the one with the fake eyelashes, the long wings, and everything else.
They're easier. They're easier. Because the women that do all that extra shit have less self-confidence. So they're easier for niggas like that to get. That's the truth. I'm being real with you. And then the women with the more natural features, they don't post a lot of the thirst traps and shit like that. They don't need that outside validation. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at like a woman like Kim Kardashian, right, who most people would say is a beautiful woman, she has to get that external validation. And she has to do all that extra shit. Like, you've never seen her natural. You know what I mean? But if you look at somebody like Alicia Keys, who also everyone agrees is beautiful, she don't have to post that kind of shit or do that kind of shit. And people will always compliment her on her beauty without her ever posting a thirst trap. You know what I'm saying? And it's because the confidence that she has in being a natural woman, or Gabrielle Union, somebody like that, right? As opposed to Kim K, or, I would, and I don't want to sound like I'm throwing shade on Megan Thee Stallion, but I hate it when she doesn't go natural because she's a naturally like pretty girl, right? Naturally pretty woman, right? And it's like, you don't need to do all the extra shit. Like, you have nice hair. Why do you have to put on 18 different fucking wigs? Like, you have nice features. Why do you gotta wear all that goddamn makeup?
It's also part of their jobs too, though. That's how they get paid.
But who is that for? It's not for men. That's for other women.
Yeah, that's how they get paid. So it's just, they can knock their hustle.
Yeah, so if women are saying, hey, that looks good, right? And then men are saying, okay, well, we agree with you because you guys think it look good. That doesn't mean that's what we actually like. You know what I mean? It's just, y'all said it looked good, so we have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are going to do it regardless, But then the other question is, women don't dictate that. Like, women don't dictate their own beauty standard anymore. Gay men dictate women's beauty standards now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
knew this is where you was going with this. I already knew where you were going when you said that. But
So
continue.
Okay. Speaking of gay men, did you see that Nikita Dragon? What is that her
Nikita
name?
Dragon, yes.
Her post that she made. She said that gay men. She said some. I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong, but I know she said it was something in the same sentence like gay men are the fashion trendsetter. Do you
Yes.
agree with that?
I agree with the statement that the gay black drag community sets a lot of the fashion standards.
But where do you think they get it from?
All the gay men are the clothes designers. All the gay
But
men
where
are the
do you
best
think
makeup
where do
artists.
you think they get that idea from?
They get that because they're
From women.
no. So here's what it is, right? So you're familiar with blackface, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. So they're doing a caricature of what a woman looks like to them because they're trying to hide masculine features. So that's why they overdo the makeup and they overdo the outfits because they're trying to hide masculinity. And so women take that and then do it as well because they see it looks good on a gay dude, but it's like, yo, that shit don't look good on you. You're already feminine. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why if you look now, like just look at who runs fashion. Gay dudes, right? Look at who does all the makeup and shit. Gay dudes, you know what I'm saying? Who's everybody's stylist? Gay dudes. I mean, it's funny to me because you have like, okay, I don't understand why women give them so much power over their own look. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't say we give
I
them so
wouldn't say
much
that.
power. It's just, don't try to put biological women down in the process.
I agree with that. I agree because they're trying to be what you are, but
Yeah,
they're
you pay
doing
thousands of
what they
dollars.
do. Yeah,
You
they
pay
do what they do
thousands
what
of
they're doing to
dollars.
hide their masculinity. You know, but
Yeah,
I'm not talking about her in particular. I'm just talking about that entire community. You know what I'm saying?
My issue is I have no problem with like anybody. You can choose whatever you want to be. That's you. You're paying the money, but don't try to, bring other women down in the process of doing so.
Agree 100%.
Pretty much she said, "Oh, trans women are the future." Excuse me,
Yeah,
but we're
that's
trans
a
women.
that's an incorrect statement.
Yes, that was her post that she made. She said trans women are the future. But my thing is, who are birthing these trans women?
The doctors. The fucking
It's not the
surgeon.
doctors. It's us. It's women who are
No,
birthing
they're
these.
being birthed dudes. They're being birthed men. They're not being birthed women. And they're choosing to go to the doctors to become women. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying like transgenderism isn't the thing. No. You that's you're not in the right body. That's cool, but somebody has to help you get that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, okay, the whole right body is whatever about if they feel that they are a woman, I will address you as a woman. Like, okay, you're a woman, and I will use the correct, pronoun. But I just don't like when a lot of, trans women put down other biological women, in the process of trying to uplift themselves. That right there, that's like, and then when you come for them, then you're being called homophobe.
well, that's why, because they have a fucking, it's like spades. They got the big joker and the little joker. You know what I'm saying? So they can pull it out as soon as you comment and say, oh, well, I'm just defending cis
and then
women.
it's crazy because I don't understand why they use when they call women biological women, they call them cis woman. It's just like, no.
Yeah, cisgender, because that's the gender you were born with. So you were born a woman and they transitioned into it. So that's why. So you get labeled even though you don't want to be labeled.
That's like the issue. And then I don't really think they should be labeled either. Because if they shouldn't be trans woman. Okay, just say you are a woman. You're like, why you have to add the my thing is like, why add the trans part to it? If you feel that like, if you feel like you are a woman, just say I'm a woman. You don't have to add I'm a trans woman.
Like, I feel like the trans part is a courtesy for the people to know what they are. Because at the end of the day, it would kind of be misleading to say I'm a woman to let's say to a prospect someone who's thinking about dating that person, it would be kind of wrong to be like, yeah, I'm a woman, but then let's say you and this guy try to have kids and he's like, what's going on? And so happy y'all go to the hospital, like, you do know the woman you're dating was not born a woman, right? And he's just like, what the fuck?
Okay,
like,
obviously, I feel like you should disclose. Obviously, I agree. I feel like you should like disclose that off the rip. Like, hey, I was born a man, but I'm a woman now, and then that's it. And let that person deal with it. But like, TJ, would you date a trans woman?
Me? How much money she got? Yo, how much money she got? Yo.
So you would date someone like Nikita Dragon?
No, because she hates black people, so of course not. How much money she got? No, listen, I like kids. I want to have kids. I want kids to come out of a vagina.
It's sad. She hates black people, but she truly hates black women the most, in my personal opinion. And it's really sad because, and it's really sad because she's dying to be a black woman, and that's the irony in it all for me. And I just feel like black women as a whole, we don't get enough credit for.
I don't.
Black women are the blueprint to a lot of different things, of different things. Mm-hmm. And we don't get enough credit as we should, because a lot of times we've been looked down upon, as far as, for prime example, like with our attitudes. A lot of people want to live with the attitude of another woman of a different ethnicity because, oh, it sounds sexy or it comes off. And it's like, what the hell?
But when a white woman catches an attitude, like, ooh.
Let's say a woman
who does that? Shit, we film them and get them fired. That is only with Latina women. That is only with Latina women. Okay. No one has ever said a white woman's attitude is sexy. That's never happened.
No.
That's why they call Karens now.
Well, let's throw it back to in the 90s, where it was in style to be really slim, as far as like the white woman, right? Now, in today's society, in today's world, everybody wants to have a fat ass and thighs. Like, where are you guys getting this from? Black women. Literally, everybody wants to have these little tans. They're getting these spray tans done. Everybody wants to fit into the cultural appropriation of everything that was going on with the black community. Everybody wants to wear box braids, and it's just ridiculous at this point to me. It's really
and you
crazy.
Know, I seen an article too. I read an article. Kim Kardashian had a box braids, and the article said the Kim Kardashian boxer braids. First of all, she don't fucking own no box braid. You know how many years? I saw the article. I'm like, here they go, taking the credit from black women.
Well, hold on. In her defense, she corrected that and said, "Hey, I didn't make this shit up." But the reason why that happens is because you guys don't get credit, and the shit that you guys did that was natural, that was regular everyday shit, you got called unprofessional for it, things of that nature, and then now people are going to have surgery, they're fucking changing their hairstyle, they're getting tans, things of that nature, to be what you guys naturally have.
And so,
also it's also the most of the black men, the celebrities who are praising shit like that, they don't give. I'm gonna say it, they don't give credit to black women, the black men themselves. They don't give credit to black women.
The majority of black celebrities and the majority of wealthy black men are with black women.
Even with the majority of the black celebrities, Nicki Minaj, prime example. I love me some Nicki. Like I'm a Nicki fan, okay? But that damn song that she did with that girl from London, it's called Boys. That girl don't even like black. She's white. If you watch the video, she got tan, and I was like. And that's how, I was like, okay, this song is kind of catchy. Then I was, let me just look her up, and she's a white woman. And she made some racist comments in the past that she apologized for it, because their excuses, oh, I didn't know, oh, I was ignorant, this, that.
So did Justin Bieber, and y'all still fuck with that nigga.
I don't fuck with Justin Bieber. I listen. It's like
I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
I didn't have better knowledge, this, that, and the third. And then you doing a song with her, and in the video, she got a white boyfriend, okay? And if you watch the video, her little promo video that she put on TikTok, who she with? A bunch of niggas.
Because that sells.
Exactly, and they're using that for money. And I'm like, I was like, okay, she might be biracial. No, that's a white woman.
But that's the reason why the term blackfishing was created too, because of the cultural appropriation. And I just feel like a lot of men, they want all the characteristics of a black woman it just can't be a black woman. And as sad as it sounds, like it's ridiculous to me at this point.
Well, hold on. Why are men getting blamed for it when we're not the ones that deal with that shit? Like that's white people doing that, or Nikita Dragon or something like that. But black men aren't the ones that
you guys don't.
Because it's a lot of men, they don't understand. It's a lot of men who co-sign on it. They just
don't make it popular. Like who? Like who? We don't make it popular. We're not the ones following that. We're not the ones buying their products. We're not the ones making them popular.
But the men are the ones that are dating them as well.
Exactly.
So you're co-signing.
The majority of black men date black women.
The majority of black men have self-hate that they're still dealing with.
That is a very bold statement to make that you cannot prove with facts.
And a lot of them are probably still are dealing with that self-hate trauma, and some of them as well are just riding the wave of what social media is putting out, because nowadays everybody wants to be chocolate and wants to be darker and everything else. But let's not forget, like in the early 2000s and 90s, it was very frowned upon to be dark skinned. And like nobody was.
But also, Mercy though, it's also depending on the environment that you live in. Because if you live in a neighborhood, or like if you live in a town that have a bunch of black people, you end up being with a black person. But if you date it's like my little brother, for example. My little brother, he lives in Europe, and he lives in Denmark, and the school he goes to, him and my little sister are the only two black people. And my little brother, what does he have? A white girlfriend. His girlfriend is white, because that's all he's surrounded by. I bet you if black ass was still in Africa, he won't be laying down with no white woman. She's gonna be an African. And so it's also based on like where they're staying, that population.
It has to do with availability, right? Because if you look at, if we just talk about, if we're just gonna talk about black celebrities, right? Black male celebrities. You have to look at the circles they're in,
White.
How many black women are around, and then how many black women have access to that kind of circle, and then it's like, okay, do they if they're at a certain level or a certain prestige or whatever in life, do they date down in order to date a black woman? Because we don't ask black women to do that. Like we don't say, hey, you are at this point in your social economic status, to be with a black man, you need to date down. Nah, we say date who the fuck you want to date. You know what I'm saying? It's
a lot of black women that date down, and you don't even have to do a statistic to prove that. Like, first of all, there's a statistic that was proven that said that black women are the most successful.
The most successful according to what? The most successful according to what?
As far as with degrees wise.
That doesn't equal how much they get paid, because black men still earn more money than black women without having the same amount of degrees.
Of course. No. So you're talking about a different circle for what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, for those who are successful and have great, I feel like success is when you have a great career going for yourself, you're well established, you're well off.
Does that mean you have to have a degree?
No, not all the time. No.
Okay, so if I'm a black man,
there are a lot of great successful entrepreneurs out here making it happen.
If I'm a black man who has his CDLs and is a truck driver and makes six figures, like a lot of those motherfuckers do, am I as successful as a black woman? Am I as successful as a black woman with a master's degree as a social worker who makes $55,000?
I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying to show my point. But my whole thing is, like, there are a bunch of black women that they always try to say, like, black women, we try to date people who are, how can I say, who make way more than us so that we can live off them. But honestly, there are a lot of women who make great money, but then you have the people who are, how can I say, what do they call it? They created a term for men who don't have shit going on for themselves. So
yeah, bums. Bums. No. Scrubs. Y'all made a fucking song about it.
No, they call them hobos. They call them homosexuals.
Yeah, homosexual, because we have to sleep with women to live with them.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, right? Like, if a woman is successful and dates a man of a different race, we don't say she's doing something wrong.
I was going to touch on that too. I was going to say
if a man is a black man, he's successful and dates from a different race, he's doing something wrong. He's abandoning his people.
Yep, that's how it is in today's society. If one of my friends starts dating a white man, we just like, oh yeah, it's so cute, yes. But when a black man
get your swirl on, girl. And the first thing they'll say is, oh, she must be tired of black men, of black men doing her dirty. You know what I'm saying? Or she must date a bunch of black men. They blame it on that instead of what's available. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't mind interracial dating. It happens. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. But my whole thing is just don't talk down about your own because that's who you're with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Or don't allow the person, just because white people need to understand this, or people of different races to understand this, is just, especially interracial relationship. If you, just because you're dating a black man does not give you the right to talk bad about black people in general, men or women. That does not give you the right, because a lot of interracial relationships, the white women or the Latinos or whatever, they will, have those come for black women, and the men does nothing about it. Like, your ass came out of a black vagina. Like, what the fuck? Or a white, or if you're.
I agree with that statement. That's something that, I mean, if you're on social media, you see it, and I mean, we've seen that happen.
And the black man, that's what I have an issue with. The black man doesn't stand up for black women. You got to shut that shit down. It's especially, if you came from, your family is black. If she can talk about other black women, you don't think she's talking about your mother too?
No, I agree with your statement that a black man in an interracial relationship should absolutely stand up for black women. Whether you're in a interracial relationship or not, black men should stand up for black women. Period.
And it goes for black women who are dating a white man. If the white man say something about a black man, you should do the same thing. You should stand up like, hey, listen, not over here. But it just feel like they have a pass because they're dating somebody black. That should not be.
So here's the question though. So we want black men to stand up for black women. Do black women have to stand up for black men? And I'm not talking about, let me finish the question. I'm not talking about for social justice, or we're going out here marching, fighting for equal rights and equity. That's not what I'm talking about. That's separate from standing up for black men in relationships and as people. Because if you look at other ethnicities, other cultures, you don't see Asian women, white women, Hispanic women saying black men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you don't hear them saying that Asian men ain't shit. You don't hear white women saying white men ain't shit.
I heard it. I heard it. We're not in that circle to know.
It's not a rallying cry. It's not something popular. It's not something that people make a living off of and that's commercialized, right? But for black women, it's perfectly okay to say all black men are trash, or there's no good black men, or whatever the case may be, right? Based on bad decision making, but then you still want those same black men to stand up for you. Is that a fair thing to ask?
Well, I don't talk down on black men. So if I say men, majority of men of all race, they're not shit.
So here's the thing, right? And this I'm not that I'll talk about personal experience, right? So being out here dating in DC, right? One of the deal breakers that's been for me has been black women talking about the lack of good black men, right? And it's like they'll say like, yo, there's no good black men in DC, right? Or there's no good black men available. Yes, I hear that all the time. That is like the number one thing that I hear from black women that I'm dating out here.
Have you heard that before, Mercy?
I hear that a lot. I've actually heard that.
Repeat that one more time.
That there are no when I'm dating out here, dating black women out here in DC, right? In Virginia, Maryland, DC, right? Is that they tell me on dates, is that there aren't enough good black men. Like there's not a abundance of good black men, period. Right. And then we go through the same conversation we had. Right. They'll say the same shit. Black women are more successful. then it's like, yeah, you guys go to college more, but black men still make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's success? Is it this, or is it like, what is definitely success, or X, Y, Z, A, B, C, right? But then what it comes down to is that they're just not choosing good black men.
The right ones.
Because they're all going for the same black person. They're all going for the same man that makes 6 figures, as opposed to that nigga that's a teacher making $55,000 a year, or that motherfucker that has a CDL, or that regular blue collar guy, because the blue collar black man, the working class black man, is now looked at as a bum, as somebody that has nothing going for them because they don't have a degree, you know, or they're not the social media standard of success. And that's why I asked the question, what's success? But I've been out on dates and women have said that shit to me, and I'm like, yo, like, the person you're describing is me. I just went to the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only difference between me and the person you're describing, is that I went to the military. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference between me and them? You know, and I've stopped talking to people for that being a recurring narrative. It's like, there's no good black men. Because I'm like, well, what about your brother and your uncle and your father and your cousins and them? They're not good. And then it's just, then we have the conversation and drill down to it. It's just the people that they were attracted to were not good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, so then you want to change your statement. That's the same thing could be said if a black man says there's no good black women out here, right? That's a false statement. The majority of black women are good, suitable, marriage material. You know what I'm saying? Like, not ratchet, not, because you see a small minority that gets the most attention. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks at car wrecks. You know what I mean? Everybody looks at car wrecks. So for every 10 relationships, 8 will be good and 2 will be bad, but you only pay attention to the 2 that are bad.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, you know, what's success? Or, you know, what's your standard, or what are you looking for? And really, it's like, you know, oftentimes with women of all races, all ethnicities, all cultures, they're all attracted to the same guys. And it's like we said earlier, like, nobody wants you until somebody wants you. That's why when you're a single guy, you don't get any attention. As soon as you got a girlfriend, everybody want to fuck with you. Everybody want a piece of you, you know? And it's like the same thing happens with women. They are attracted to guys that have status. You know what I'm saying? And one of the first things that gives you status is how much women you get. You know what I'm saying? Next thing, how much money you make, your position in life, how much power you have, things like that. You know, but yeah, and I hear it all the time. And like all the dudes I deal with, you know, they're all blue collar guys that make 6 figures, you know, and they're dating black women, and they say the same thing. Like, yo, we're out here dating women that have degrees, and they're saying that there's no good black men. It's like, well, where the fuck are you looking? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you looking? And for Hawaii, I won't argue that statement because it's a fucking small ass island. But back here in the mainland, I hear all the time. You know what I mean? And it's fucking, it's, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But I don't want to stay on that shit too long. I do have a question. Is Drake a simp or is Drake a genius?
He's a genius. For the audience that don't know, okay, Drake is the only light-skinned man other than my baby that I love. Okay? I like dark-skinned men, but Drake called me today. Hey, I'm gone.
Drake calls you up and says, fuck that nigga that you think you found.
I'm gone. That's my baby daddy in my head. Let me tell you, I had planned our whole relationship in my head, and we had twins.
Well, I have to leave soon because I have a waxing appointment at 4, but I will end off by saying Drake is a simp. That's just what it is. He's a simp. I'm sorry. I wouldn't date him. I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
He's a genius. He's a genius for how he's used his simp to his advantage to get money, but he's a simp.
Both things can be true. Both things can be true. I mean, shit. Yo.
No negativity.
It's been real, guys. I gotta go because I'm gonna be late.
Now, we've been on for like 3 hours, so we'll go ahead and end this shit right here. You guys anything to say to the people before we get out of here? Any last words to say?
Keep it real, keep it safe, and job bless.
All right. Loise, anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
If y'all want to donate to me,
you're not homeless.
Oh,
stop lying. Stop the fucking cap. You're not homeless.
This girl's not homeless.
If y'all want to donate to me, slide in my DM. Or if listen, if y'all want to take me on a date, let me know. My my IG is Saint Energy. So yeah.
Do you want to put your IG out there, Mercy?
My IG is Mercy Nash. Mercy spelled with an I and just Nash together. So Mercy Nash.
Okay, well, I ain't got shit to say, but hey, fuck
it's
being
Saint
woke.
Energy with two Y's.
Yo, they'll find it. I'm trying to end the podcast so she can get waxed. God damn.
Yes.
Cuffing season. All right.
It is. I gotta be out here.
Fuck being woke. Should never been sleep. Peace.
You see what I'm